we go. Hello. We are once again back to our daily Limbus company mirror dungeon here on this here channel. Earlier today we were streaming my Project Moon tabletop. It was mostly combat with a side of role-playing. My players did exceedingly well. They did really good. They got real lucky too, because I was fighting to kill. But such is the nature of tabletop games. They are fantasy gambling, essentially. We make our collective hallucinations and we gamble on dice of them beating other hallucinations dice rolls, such it is. In any case, let's begin. Today's theme is going to be Wuthering Heights, and specifically Wuthering Heights. Now, you might be wondering, why don't I have Maid Ishmael, Ryoshu, Gregor with the saber? Well, we are going exclusively by the Wuthering Heights tab here, the crate keyword. And thus, the only two other IDs that we are going to be using is the Wuthering Heights Chief Butler Otis and Wuthering Heights Butler Faust. So, let's begin with the simplest one, which is Faust. Let's begin then. Faust is strong. No, let's put it weak versus Pierce. Strong versus blunt. She has 3 gloom, 2 lust, 1 wrath, and a gloom block. Very good. Let's begin then. Let's analyze her kit first, starting with the passive. Here we go. Butler style response. 4 owned gloom. Clash Wind. Inflict 1 sinking on the target 3 times per turn. If the target has echoes of the manor, inflict 3 sinking instead. Nice. So this is going to mostly support Otis. So let's write that down. At 4 O gloom. Inflict +1 sinking. If echoes of the manor, inflict 3 sinking. 3 sinking is pretty powerful, but it's not sinking count, it's sinking potency. Since it's a double O ID, I'm not expecting like super strong attacks from her, but here we go. Skill 1, 11 roller. Since like 11 rolls is the average for every single skill 1, I say that every day. It is a slash 11, 3 + 4 + 4. If the target has 6+ sinking, coin power +1. Only activates once. Interesting. Let me just... trying to make these little sheets I make more complete. So... let's see how I'm going to write this down here. Again, I could just open up the character sheet and, get the information I need, but I'd rather have it on my notepad on the side here, instead of like coming over to look at it every day, every time. So... 11 roller at if target 6 sinking target equal 1 coin power. Turning this into a 13 roller at 3, 4, 6, and 6. 3, 5, 5. What am I doing? 3, 5, 5. All right. And inflicts 2 sinking. We don't need to write that down. We only need to know the magic number is 6. Moving on to skill 2, a blunt 14 roller. 14 is a little higher than usually for double units. Let's see, it's a 14 roller, 4 + 5 + 5. If the target has 5 sinking, clash power +1, and if the target has 3 sinking, which is weird, coin power +1. Usually it's the other way around, but for this Faust appears to be, well, inverse. So if the target has 5 sinking, 1 clash power. And if the target has 3 sinking, he's 1 coin power, turning our beautiful attack into a 16 roller. At 5, 6, 6. 4, 6, 6. It inflicts 3 sinking count, nothing too crazy. Welcome, Angelic Intelligence. I saw that you were watching the tabletop. Thank you very much. What do you think of it? Anyway, skill tree. A slash skill, slash blunt. It is a 4-2-2-2-2. That means it is a 4-4-8, a 12 roller natural, which is subpar, but plenty of coins here. Alright. Plenty of coins for that delicious coin power, and our delicious coin power comes from 5 sinking. Again, a strange number. It was fun. Session, the one was pretty peak. It was. Here's the thing: the duelist character that I made a lot of characters because this system doesn't have a monster manual. I have to create all characters from scratch. So I made a bunch of generic enemies, a few unique enemies. I do wonder if it would have been possible to gain enemies to stamp allies during. Probably not in character for them though. Yeah, they're literally there to kill them, so they probably not unless they had really, really strong arguments or forked over a lot of money. Again, these were syndicate members, not necessarily newbies, that were trying to join a bigger syndicate. So they were there to prove themselves. Maybe there was some unspoken lore between the guy that was wanted to do the duo and the other 4 dudes, like, hey, I'm pretty strong, what about you guys come with me and try to join the sledges? But they lost all faith in that guy because he lost against Austin. Not that Austin is weak, it's just he appears weak because he has diminished presence. In any case, that guy was not made to fight someone that has 5 power right off the bat. And Austin was with his conditionals met, low sanity and low health. Anyway, let's continue focusing here. Our Faust here gains 2 coin power on if the target has 5 sinking. 2 coin power turns this into a 18 roller. Hello OG5K, how are you doing? We are reviewing the Wild Hunt today, the Wuthering Heights specifically. Yeah, I respectfully apologize, I was macking the guy, was pretty funny. Yep. Anyway, inflicts 3 sinking count, inflicts 2 echoes at the mana next turn, and if the target has echoes, inflicts more sinking. This is gonna become a recurring thing. Hello, hello, hello. For last, her block has this. That's quite unique. That's quite scary too. Block. It's a 7+6. That's a 13 roller. 6. If target, let's see, 10 sinking target equals coin power, 7 coin power. Never seen +7 coin power. I'm gonna be honest. That is the first time I see 7 coin power. Wow. Turns this into a 20 block. Hello, Sholo. First time on Twitch. Howdy. How are you doing? And welcome to the stream. Wow. Again, 7 coin power is insane, man. Whew. But it is a block skill, so what can you do? Saving this one second. Not Wild Hunt, Wuthering Heights. Alright, that is Faust. There is really not much here to bite into. What are you even making? I am currently looking at the IDs for the Wuthering Heights before running a mirror dungeon with them. Anyway, I like her skill tree because she's like rips out someone's ear. No wait, that's someone else's. That's Otis. Otis' skill tree rips out someone's ear. And yeah, inflicts 6 sinking. More if the target has Echoes of the Manor, and even more because of her passive. In any case, let's move on to Wuthering Heights Chief Butler Otis. Let's take a look at her. Let me just separate here. I am writing all of this down in a separate window here, so that during combat I don't have to open up the character and try to see what the hell do they do. So Otis is weak versus Pierce and strong versus blunt. She has 3 pride, 2 gloom, 1 lust, and a gloom evade. I know they all pretty much do sinking, but I want to fully, understand the magic numbers for power-ups and stuff like that. Really understand the ID. Otherwise, I would just sit here and do a mirror dungeon and just play through the Mirror Dungeon and has no fun. Anyway, skill 1. It is a blunt skill. It's a 11 roller, rolling a 3, 4, 4. There we go. If the target has 5 sinking, coin power plus 1. It's pretty much the same from Faust, but it's sad how outdated those IDs became. Pretty much, a lot of IDs are suffering from feature creep. I don't think that's going to be fixed, unfortunately. Oh yeah, I didn't see her passive, whoops. And it's a good thing that I saw, because it is a 3 gloom, resonance gloom. Our gloom. Let's take a look. When clashing against targets with less than 0 SP, gains clash power and deals more damage. Deals 30% damage against targets with Echoes of the Manor. When winning a clash without losing a single coin, that's really unique. Heal 10 SP. If this unit is already max SP, gain 3 offense level up next turn. That is a very unique passive. Wow, I never seen anything with this clause, like when winning a clash without losing a single coin. So, targeting people with 0 SP and Echoes of the Manor, that's a 50% damage bonus. If she's full sanity, she gains offense level up, which translates into a clash power up and more damage as well. 2 times per turn means you can get 6 of these. Nice. So, I just put here 20% extra damage. And my clash power. I'll put Clash P, I understand what it is. Versus 0 SP and plus 50% damage. Damage versus Echoes of the Manor. We're winning a clash. This one's gonna go automatically, so I really don't have to write this down, but it's good to know where to be targeting, and it has to be a Resonance Gloom. Wuthering High Teens was pretty peak back then. It's still pretty peak. Just because they're a little outdated doesn't mean they're bad. They're still powerful. Look back into my streams on YouTube and check how I did with G-Corp Gregor and G-Corp Otis. I mean, it doesn't get replaced. You play whatever you want. The game is, at least outside of Kanto stuff, it's not that difficult to just run whatever team you want, unless the team you're running is perfectly countered by the encounter you're going after. For example, I had a few examples of my team getting hard countered on the Mirror Dungeon. For example, my first one of this daily Limbus Company series, I tried to do Heathcliff Base and Dead Rabbits Merceau, and they got absolutely hard countered by the Cotton Plant. Also, hello Acidic Trauma on YouTube, how are you doing? Ow. Right, where were we? Skill 1, 11 roller. If target has plus 5 sinking, it becomes a 13 roller, just like Faust, but requires less sinking on target. Faust also has an 11 rollers skill 1, but it requires 6 sinking on target to become a 13 roller. It inflicts sinking, there is not much else to it. Her S2. It is a blunt 4-4-4-4, that is a 16 roller natural. So 4 plus 4 plus 4. There we go. 16 roller natural. If the target has 5 sinking plus 1 coin power, and a clash win inflicts true sinking count, which is something we were missing from the previous ID. There was no sinking count on the previous one. So with this becomes a 19 roller if the target have 5 sinking, which is not bad at all. Alright, inflicts sinking, and inflicts sinking count. Last, but certainly not least, her skill 3. It is a blunt, and is the one skill that rips out someone's ear because she just grabs and pulls it out. Doing okay, saw my grandma again today. Ah, good. And nice to see that she's recovering. Anyway, skill 3, 4-3-3-3-3. That means 6-6-12, 16 roller natural, much like her S2. But there are conditionals to be met. And I love conditionals. Let's see. If the target has 7 sinking, it has increased. Gains coin power plus 1. Alright. Turning this attack from a 16 roller into a 20 roller. Because it all becomes 4-4-4-4. Very nice. On Clash Wind, inflicts Sinking Count, inflicts 3 Echoes of the Manor. If the target has Echoes of the Manor, inflict Gloom Affinity damage equal to Sinking Potency on target. Max of 13. A little extra damage. The moment she rips out your ear, you're going to be hearing the Echoes of the Manor because this applies on the final coin. And finally, she has a very simple evade that inflicts sinking 6 times per turn on evade. Oh, by the way, I have Kurokuma Heathcliff max level. Good. You saw how good that boy is in a fight. Very well. That is Otis. We understand her now. We have our magical number is still 5 sinking, with the exception of Faust that requires, a lot of sinking on target for her evade, but it's still pretty good. Let's bite into the meat of this, the meaty boy of the team, Heathcliff. Wild Hunt Heathcliff. So let me just put that there. Heathcliff. He is strong versus slash and weak versus blunt. He's also a sinking unit. Of course he is. Let me just keeping these things here. For Yisang and Hong Lu. Ooh, what you putting on those, using those shards on? Heathcliff is a sinking unit. Let's take a look at his skills. He has plenty of them. Starting with 3 Wrath, because of course he has Wrath. Wrath, 2 Envy, 1 Gloom, and then Empowered. And a clashable counter, Lust. Interesting. Her passive, let's look at it. He has 2 of them. Turn start. If this unit has Dullahan, mount Dullahan. Loses 5 SP every time this unit mounts Dullahan. If 3 plus allies have been defeated in this encounter, gain Dullahan next turn, once per encounter. If this unit gets staggered due to damage or raise stagger threshold when mounting Dullahan, recover from stagger. If the stagger is something that cannot be naturally recovered from, this unit does not mount Dullahan. Alright. When on Dullahan, he gains 3 offense level, loses 3 defense levels, raises his speed by 1, gain 1 Dullahan next turn at 25 SP or less, however, completely lose Dullahan. Turn end, if this unit has Dullahan, lose 15 minus Coffin divided by 2, SP minimum of 10. Alright. So, as long as he's on top of the horse, he's gonna be losing sanity, and if he drops to 25 sanity, below 25 sanity, he loses Dullahan the next turn. But every turn he's going to be losing a minimum of 10 SP, meaning he can stay on Dullahan for 2 turns. 2 turns only. 3, maybe. Unless he recovers his sanity by clash winning, which is, going to happen. Gain 1 Coffin when killing the target. Max value of 10. Gain 2 damage up for next turn for every 3 value, so max 6. Raise minimum speed by 1 next turn every 4 value. Gain 1 clash power up next turn for every 5 value of Coffin. So max value of 10. Gains 2 for every 3 value. A max of 6, okay, yeah, that counts. So every time he scores a kill, he's going to be gaining his little Coffin, and he can only get 10 of those. Right. Fist passive. His true passive now, please. It is a 5-0 Envy. Deals 1% every damage for every sinking on target, max of 15. So I'm gonna write that down, 15 sinking for 15% more damage. 1 per. When during combat, 1 ally takes damage that would kill them, consume True Coffin to apply Wild Hunt to them, 2 times per turn. Wild Hunt. In the same turn this unit gain Wild Hunt for the first time, always have 1 remaining HP. Revive, heal 50% and reset SP to 0, this unit at turn end. On death, gain 1 Eagle resource for the least owned Eagle resource. If this unit killed by an attack, inflict 3 sinking against the last attacker, dies at the end of the same turn this unit was revived in. If the said ally is from Wuthering Heights or Edgar family, apply 1 attack power up next turn, and apply 2 damage up next turn to the ally with Wild Hunt. So this is his zombie ability, as we all already know. He just pulls out magic and revives them. And if it is from Wuthering Heights or Edgar family, they come with more damage and more attack. It's pretty good, I suppose, but the only thing here that I'm taking off, besides the zombie ability, is the extra damage against sinking. There's further IDs. I know I won't be able to char home glue immediately because I can wait. Yeah, I am on a diet from using my lunacy after getting lay hang. So I'm gonna have to try them all, so I gotta have to be patient and wait a week. Alright, here we go. Let's take a look at his kit. Skill 1, Slash. It is a 11 roller. Again, 11 seems to be the base of every skill 1. If the target has 6 sinking clash, power +1. So, yeah. Clash power, maybe mark that out. 6 sinking on target, 1 clash power. Coin power +1 for every 3 sinking count on target. Max of 2. So, count is... we are really starving for count here. We don't have a lot of count by the team alone. We're going to rely on getting count from ego gifts. There is no way around it. So, 3 count sinking count target equal 1 coin power max 2. With 1 count of sinking on the character, this attack becomes a 13 roller by a 3/5/5. Right? And with 3 sinking count, that's a lot of sinking count. And with 6 sinking count, it becomes a 15 roller. Not bad. 6, 6. I have 27 lunacy, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I got under 10k and I feel bad. Anyway, it inflicts sinking. It's just a nice attack. Slash, it's cool. It's a cool attack. Skill 2. This one has attack weight on Dullahan mode, which is nice. So it's a slash as well. It is a 5/3/3/3, so it means it is a 12 roller. 3/3/9. No, wait. 3/3/9. That is, no, it's a 14 roller. My math brain is fried today from all the tabletop I did today. Sorry. So 5/3/3/3. Let's see. Coin power +1 for every 5 sinking on target. Max 2. Not count this time. So this attack is going to hit particularly hard. So for every 5 sinking on character, 1 coin power. A max of 2. So our magical number would be 10, but that is fine. So it turns this into a 5/4/4/4 and then a 5/5/5/5, becoming a 20 roller at max power. So 20, 5, 5, 5, 5. And then before that, it becomes a 17 roller at 5 +4 +4 +4. Very good, very good. If this unit has Dullahan, attack weight +1. Attack weight +1 for every 4 coughing on self. Alright, so as we get kills, we increase our attack weight. And if you're on Dullahan, we can turn this attack into a 4 attack weight skill. Whew, that is good. That is more than good. That is excellent. 4 coughing self. Attack weight. True. And then Dullahan. Equal 1 attack weight. Okay, so we only gain coughing from getting kills. Yeah, so at how much? At 8 kills, we turn this into a massive attack as long as we're in Dullahan. But again, we have to get 8 kills first. So that means Wild Hunt has to be gunning for those kills. And he loses SP if the unit is, if he has Dullahan, which only makes him get out of Dullahan even faster. And it inflicts Impending Ruin, which is a unique type of panic. Units with SP change their panic time to Ruin. Ruin. When this unit enters low morale state, gain 3 sinking at every turn end and lose 1 clash power. When this unit panics, gain 5 sinking and 3 sinking count at every turn end and lose 2 clash power. Units without a speed, 10% chance to flip heads, reduced by 1 at turn end. This effect is not cumulative. Inflicting will replace the current value with the inflicted value. Apply the units without a speed condition to certain enemies that have a speed but can change their panic types. As far as I am aware, this is the only ID, again, as far as I'm aware, that can change the panic type of an enemy. Alright. Oh. Excuse me, I'm eating a mandarin. Let's check his final skill and the empowered version of it. Requiem. Requiem? Whatever. It's a blunt. It is a 12-18 roller natural with no buffs, but we know it's going to roll way harder than that. Right. Heals 10 SP on Clash Win. Nice. If this unit has Dullahan, I can Lament, Mourn, and Despair instead. Coin power +1 for every tree sinking on target. That is so mighty. So every tree sinking on target, 1 coin power to the max of 4. So this attack escalates pretty damn good. Let's take a look. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I think after I get the Nurse, Father, and Apprentice IDs, using the Ego Shards to get I'm done using Ego Shards. It takes me a little week to get enough for 1 ID. Yeah, it's a bit of a grind, and I do this daily, so that's why I have everything. All right. Anyway, 20, 22, and then 24. With just that conditional alone, this attack can go from 18, no, from 20 to 26, which is now ego levels. Let's count together. Hold on. 7, 8, 8, 9, 9. It's so scary to see someone with a 10 coin power. But anyway, if the target has let's see, 3, 6. If the target has 12 sinking, this attack goes from rolling 18 to rolling 26. No modifiers, no natural offense level or nothing, just a 26. Ishmael's Ishmael was rolling higher than that, but there's still more stuff to go, and this is the empowered version of it. All right. 3, 6, 8, no, 3, 6, 9, and then 12, which is not difficult to get at all. 12 sinking on the target. Right. Coin power +1 for every sinking. Deal 20% more damage for every coughing on self. Max of 120 at max 10. Wow. And on use, gain 1 coughing. And we can get additional coffins by getting a kill with a skill tree. Nice. We're gonna need those coffins because we want to get that attack weight on the skill 2. He's a bit of a monster. I'll tell you what. Plus 12% damage per coffin. Max 120. And gain 1 coffin. And on kill, gain 2. Very nice. And we also have Impending Ruin here. We inflict sinking. We inflict sinking or kill the target divided by 2 on 2 random enemies if we manage to score a kill. If the target has Impending Ruin, we inflict 2 count. Alright, let's get to the beautiful big attack now, the Empowered S3. The Empowered S3 needs to be used on Dullahan. He loses 15 SP, gains a base power of +1 for every 5 sinking on target, capping at 20. So base power +1 per... I am already changing the nomenclature I have for the thing here. 5 sinking target equal base power +1, max of 4. This attack rolls a 31 minus 13, meaning its bad roll will be of 20. I'm bad at math. Holy shit. I've been doing tabletop for 4 hours today. My brain is melted. I'm sorry. He can roll at 18, but he loses SP on use. All of this is on use, so it goes before the clash. It just activates, meaning his SP goes real low just by using it. So we want to kind of use this when he is at 25 SPs, sort of, so he gets on Dullahan. Right, deal more damage. The further this unit's SP value is from 45, 0.3 damage for every missing SP, max of 21. That's kind of eh. We're not even going to write that down. Deal more damage for every coffin on itself. Deals 20% more damage for every Dullahan on itself. Max of 60%. Dullahan can stack? Oh, it starts like stacked. So if you use his clashable counter to get Dullahan, he enters this empowered mode. And, you know, it's good. It's good if you have, like, if you're ready to go. It gains true coughing. If it kills, gains 5 coughing. True coughing on use. On kill, gain 3 coughing. At less than 0 SP, heal 10 SP. When at less than 0 SP, heal more SP the furthest unit SP value is from 0. Heal 2 additional SP for every missing SP, max 50. Turn end, lose Dullahan. Inflict 5 sinking plus 2 sinking count, raise its stagger threshold of the character by 30%. Inflict gloom and affinity damage equal to the sinking. Inflict sinking on kill target to everyone. And then on kill, heals more SP. Right, I think I understand. So, on use, we are already gonna lose 15 SP. Can we get on Dullahan if we are... Oh my god, I didn't know that. Oh boy, we're about to get something big here. I just gleamed the secrets of the Heathcliff Wild Hunt. Right, we're done reading his skill tree, his superpowered skill tree. The only real thing that can empower it is the enemy having sinking, so it is at 20 sinking or magical target here. Defense, look at this shit. If this unit has Dullahan and has 15 plus SP, use 11th Morning Despair as a counter once per turn. So if you're on the horse, we can force our S3 to activate at any moment as long as we have 15 plus SP. We can force our S3. Amazing. Let's get this down. So, clashable counter. Slash. It is a 5 plus 4 plus 4. Meaning this is a 13 roller. Pretty much an S2. If 15 plus SP and Dullahan uses S3 empowered once. If this unit does not have Dullahan, gain Dullahan next turn. How do we gain more Dullahans actually? This has Dullahan, mount Dullahan. Lose effort, Dullahan. Defend, gain Dullahan next turn. Then gets staggered with the damage raised. Threshold, staggered. It goes max value of 3, and our defense only gives 1. And something. And max value of 3, raise me next turn. Dullahan next turn. Then has Dullahan lose 15 SP coffin. It becomes harder to stay on the horse the more coffin we have to. Yeah, the coffin starts getting heavy, right? Right. Let's get on with it. If this unit does not have Dullahan, gain 1 Dullahan next turn. 1 coin power plus 1 for every 3 sinking on target. Max of 2, which is always good to have coin power. Let me get that. 3 sinking on target. Coin power plus 1, a max of 2. Meaning this attack goes from a mediocre 13 to a more powerful 17. On use, gain offensive level up next turn to number of clashes divided by 3, max 3 once per turn. If this unit has Dullahan, lose Dullahan. So yeah, if you use our forcible thing we got off the horse. Does he have any unique panic type? No. Very well, we understand our IDs now. While Faust and Otis are very straightforward, if the enemy has sinking, she gets more powerful. Wild Hunt Heathcliff is a little more different. Wild Hunt Heathcliff also, while also having the, if the enemy has sinking, he becomes more powerful, also has the coughing mechanic, and impending ruin, and his, you know, what's it called? Empowered S3. Coffin is only acquired by users of his skill tree or his empowered skill tree, and he gets them on kill. Coughing gives him damage up for every tree on self, raises his speed, he gains clash power, and it doesn't decay. The only way we lose Coffin is when we need to revive one of our allies. So with Coughing, we increase our damage, and we can turn his skill 2 into a 4 attack weight skill, and with Coffin, his skill tree and empowered skill tree become way more powerful, way more damage, doubling his damage, probably tripling it too. We understand our team now. We have our list of sins here. Let's build a team to support them, shall we? We have Gloom, Lust, Wrath, and then we have Pride, Gloom, and Lust, and then we have Wrath, Envy, and Gloom. With Gloom on the block, Lust on the evade. No, it's Gloom and evade. Two Glooms. We can force a Gloom resonance however we want. And counter slash is Lust. Alright, let's build that team then. We understand the IDs now. We have a solid grasp on them. Let's begin. Yiseng. Yiseng, our boy Heathcliff, is bipolar. Meaning he wants to be on low sanity for his skill tree, but he needs to be on high sanity to win clashes, since he's a positive skill, positive coin ID. You are the master of maintaining people's sanity. How are you able to help us? Allow this SP, he'll show SP on hit for every time a negative effect on target. If there has bleed, it uses 3 SP. That's your time max. Who else? You are a bird, right? Wrath Resonance. We technically can activate Wrath Resonance, but not really. I actually might take a Fluorescent Eagle Spice Bush to turn that AoE. It's a Sloth Resonance. We don't have Sloth. No wonder it was such a powerful thing. How about base Yiseng? On the end of the turn, he'll take speed for an ally with least speed. He lost his speed. We can use this to maintain him on the horse, so we're going to use that. Dawn, we are sinking. We need your help. Let's see. Combat start. Heal 15 speed to an ally with the lowest speed. The effect prioritizes plus coin entities. If the affected entities in the fact is actually and damage up, the effect does not apply and it's under effects that prevent SP recovery such as ego, corrosion, or panic. We could use this to maintain him at high sanity, keep him on the horse. Let's try that. Let's keep him on the horse. Let's horse around. Sinking Ryoshu. We do not have Sinking Ryoshu. So we also don't generate Gluttony on our own to get her. It's a resonance, so it can't be activated. We can use this to get it's a Sloth Resonance as well. Can't use it. Oh well. Combat started. Get one shoot for every poison self. I think we're gonna take Lobotomy Eyes Ryoshu. It's an Envy Res. We don't have a lot of Envy actually. Yeah, no bueno. No bueno. Ryoshu doesn't have much to help us, I'll be entirely honest. 5 own turn LFS speed gains true haste next turn. I mean, this is good, but it's a sin we cannot use. That's extra bleed, that's extra tremor. That is for poise. That is for tremor. That is for burn. That is for bullet. Yeah, Ryoshu really doesn't have anything to help us. We're gonna take the Mao Ryoshu just because, really. Hi Thomas, how are you doing? Let's see here. When I level the highest spec speed discard a skill, we don't discard skills. So... we could take the middle brother for that sanity heal, honestly. That's 3 sanity healing characters. Yeah, you don't have good syncing, do you? Yeah, that's 3 characters helping maintain our sanity. What else? What else? What else? I'm good about you. I'm doing rather well. I had my tabletop session today. We done pretty good at the combat. So, yeah, it was pretty fucking great. Do you have a syncing ID, my friend Honglu? You have the horn. Almost charge. Don't use charge, huh? Healing, charge. This is for discard, right? That's another SP healer. We don't need that. Ishmael, how will you help us? You have the Edgar family butler, which is for when allowed the fast speed attack the target with sinking, deals 1 damage for every sinking on target. Technically, she's from the opposing family, but she can help our Heathcliff, so we're gonna put it here. The other options are kind of shit. I'm not gonna lie. Well, I have the least speed deals 10% blood damage. I guess that's extra blood damage. And this one, oh, fast speed, max of 20%. We're gonna be applying a lot of sinking, so we're taking this one. And that one is only for blunt damage, so it doesn't really help. Rodion. Rodion has a sinking ID. Let's see. Let's start. Applies to ally with the earliest deployment order. At 15 or less SP, 1 final power to minus coin skills. At 30 or less SP, 50% damage or final power minus coin skills instead. I feel like this can help if we manage to pull off a low sanity Requiem. Lament More Than Despair. Yeah, I mean, what else do we have here that could help? This is Rupture, this is Tremor Burn, this is... When I have low speed, that consumes charge, we can't use it. Yeah, bring Kodia, why not? Let's see. You will probably get on your mariachi costume again, if I'm gonna be honest, yeah. Yeah, more damage. Nothing really exceptional here for sinking, really. Finally, we have Gregor. I keep saying his name like that, but I know I need to stop. Come on, Alan. Well, let's speed gains wound gun damage up. Let's put him as support. And there is really no other sinking ID? There really isn't a lot of sinking IDs, is there? Huh. Fire, suicide, defense, resonance. And what do you do as a passive, boy? It's healing for charge, bleed, pierce, tremor, rupture, burn. Yeah, really, we don't have a lot of like support from Gregor. I will take healing. We don't have any source of healing here. So that's it. That's our team. Let's deploy then into the dungeon. Wow, I spent like almost an hour talking about these IDs. Thankfully, it will be quick. Hopefully, maybe. Let's deploy. No guidance of the stars, no grace. These sinners have a funny face. We're going to be taking the melted spring right away. And as a starter, we are not going to be taking anything, honestly. We have 3 characters. We can do this. And I forgot once again to change the loading screen. I keep saying I was going to change it, and I forgot. Let's go. Is N Carpenter good for solo MD? Yes, with an asterisk. I say that because if you bring Eagle's equipment on him, he can corrode. But since there is no other sinner to him for him to target, it's just free AoE attacks. But he is quite fragile, I'll tell you that much. Whew. Right, hurry up, get to the other screen. I want to see your other glowing purple eye so we can actually have a good loading screen. There we go. We got it. Out of here, into the dungeon. Let's get some coffins. Now, I do not know if he's going to be able to go into low sanity because we have literally 2 IDs on our team that are 3 of it, in fact, that are solely there to keep his sanity up. Hopefully he can stay on the horse forever. If he can stay on the horse forever, that would be great. He only goes down from the horse. Alright. Well, Dregs of the Manor. How wild. Alright, deploy the butlers with Hailing aiding us. What the fuck? Let me get comfortable here. Here we go.
이번에는 재미 좀 보는가? 자네가 생각이 있어. 허접한 것들을 갖다 내진 않았겠는데. 아! 놀란데. 담배 떠차서 숨질 뻔했잖아.
Otis. Magical number for Otis is 7 sinking on target, but we are not, you know, in that. First, we need to farm our ego resources of sanity.
정리하겠습니다. 물결하는가?
이요, 당연히 그 시기 해야지. 그런 것이니? 착 보면 뭘 써야 하는지 딱 느낌이 오잖아. 에?
We are going to need a ego gift of sorts to generate ego resources because we don't have gluttony to get that forever healing.
직접 밝혀주마.
Go. Continue the onslaught.
목을 내놓고 있도록. 일인게 하기는 하겠다마는. 내가 일하고 씨부리고 있는데 뭔 한숨을 팍팍 쉬고 있어. 싹바가지는 징계라. 에?
Let's use our skill tree even though this is just a farm moment. Just need to get sanity up. It's gonna be difficult to get sanity up because we're fighting these guys.
정리하겠습니다. 물결하는가?
그러지. 그것이 그 짝에 갖다 써야지. 별로 어려울 것도 없잖아.
Boom, boom. Not a kill, but he gains his coffin. Again, I really wish we had a way to go into a dungeon where we do just a singular, extremely long combat by chaining the nodes together. Again, the idea came yesterday. It was something like you enter the fight, you fight, and once the fight ends, instead of going back to the map, you've shown the map, you choose the next node, and then characters just move on to that next fight exactly how they are at their end, with like low health or status effects and all that. Yeah, just finish him off. Just finish them off. There's not much to think about here. This is the first fight, first floor. And 4, he gains 1 attack weight. There we go. I do hope I don't bore you guys when I'm doing the whole I'm reading the units kit and all that, because I think it's nice we understand how something came to happen when we are looking at the numbers fly and the characters fight. Understand how did you get this status effect, or how did you do so much damage? Why did you do that? It's fun to understand that. Oh, Fat Boy. Fight the fat boy, yes.
다음 5창까지는 돌아오겠습니다.
Here we
자,
go.
싸울 준비는 끝났을까? 무엇을 그렇게 깝깝하게
into the
쳐다만
max.
보고 있고
We're gonna
그런다냐?
get a stagger right off the gate because one of his attacks is unflashable and there is aught we can do to stop it. Here he comes. That's fine.
나를 부르는 물소리가.
Tree sinking count. We need to up the sinking on this boy. Again, because of how much sinking we apply. Hold on. It's all targeted towards him. She can take one hit instead of getting a stagger with cliff. Protect your master. Anyway, outside of the mirror dungeon, it would be welcome back as in front. Outside of the mirror dungeon, would be a little annoying to keep up the sinking because this team has an abysmal sinking count application. Now I'm starting to understand the whole thing that I see people talk. Oh, it doesn't apply enough count. Oh no, I see now. But it really is only a problem outside of the mirror dungeon and on the mirror dungeon. Well, on the mirror dungeon, you have infinite count of your status effect. Outside of it, you just bring a better king, really. Unless you're doing a challenge like I'm doing. But then there's also the elements of randomness, of, you know, how much speed, if this one goes first, that one goes last. But I still think it's unnecessary belly aching for people.
옛날에 외부 강사로 뛰던 것이 생각나네. 한 놈만 잡아라.
Okay.
일대를 다 쓸어버려.
Also, Heathcliff is really not good for boss fights unless the boss has ads, because he only gains his damage buff, his his special little thing, if he kills or uses his skill tree.
아, 한 대 패야도 되지? 말 안 해도 알아서 잘하고.
Heathcliff. Go. The master of the house will show you how it's done because he's drunk as hell.
이 땅과 만인에게 손끝이라도 대려는 자가 있다.
There we go. That 50 damage he took from himself by attacking someone with Tipsy really staggered him. Really? Alright. My game kind of fucked up. Don't skill true on her Kid Corpus Pride, even though there is an ad rest, just ain't it, even though it's right next to it. What? There's an absolute rex. Hers just ain't it, even though it's right next to it. If an absolute resonance only happens when all skills of the same color are chained together, one right after the other. Otherwise, it's just a normal resonance.
파우스트가 맞이하죠.
Let me make a community post. I don't have my browser open right now. Get on the horse.
이번에는 재미 좀.
It's time for horse.
자들 더 생각이 있으면 복잡한 것들을 갖다 내진 않았겠지.
Let me try to open my browser. My stream quality is gonna go down for a second as my browser is loading. Hello, Jotaro Kujo. Nice to see you. Welcome to the stream. You're kind of new here during IDs, and now we're putting them on the test. We got a double stagger. Quadruple stagger, right? Counting the enemies. We should use Memorial Procession, actually. Because of the attack weight. I love attacks with conditional attack weight. They're so good. We're still on the horse. Okay. The team looks amazing. It is just, you know, the Wuthering Heights. Save it for when we got La Kurokoma, which is my actual favorite team. I'm trying to add a full stop Honglu in there. No, this daily runs, they're running on a challenge, except like how you call I take a team and we're rolling with that team. I already did full stop. How do I purge this creature? So yeah, we take a theme and we run with it. I already did full stop Honglu office, like just the two of them. Now we're doing Wuthering Heights. Oh no, he's getting beaten the hell up. The first like part of the string is this part where I thought you recovered from stagger when you were on the horse. I apparently thought wrong. Might have to restart this one. Okay, the first part of the stream was just me yapping and learning about how to use the ID. Have you done the middle? Yes, twice now. They are incredibly good. Yeah, all of the live streams that I do about this daily are saved on a public playlist if you wish to see it. Alright, we're still going. Still alive, and that's good. Because being dead is no good. And I'm using control to MD right now. I should make a proper Tremor team later. I did run a few teams that have Tremor, like Zwei, T-Corp, and Tremor still befuddles me a little bit. I understand how it works, of course, but it's the ones that I use, I probably use it wrong. Love in the middle, I just did the Pinky Apprentice Sinclair solo for 15, it's incredibly good. Yes, I did that too, he's very good. I did the mistake of replacing every single one of his skill trees. Every one of his skills to skill trees, and you know, I kind of just stood there watching him do his long ass animation for little power because he consumes the Azure Blade buff. It's also on the channel. It's not part of the daily MVs, but there is a live of me running, you know, Ranclair. Alright, the team survived. However, the team has another fight of these in front of them, and they are low health. If they die, I might have to just go back and equip some Eagles. I should have equipped the Wuthering Height Eagles that came with the season. Yeah, choose your destiny here, death or death. And the only healing we have we can't activate, which is G-Corp Gregor. This is floor 1 once again. Fucking goddammit. Get on the horse now. Alright. This is gonna be one hell of a day. If they manage to pass this, it look like someone has knowledge. Yeah, they played this for like 2,000 hours, 2,500. So yeah, that would be much appreciated. Thank you. I do these streams every day, and we take a look at different teams every day. And sometimes I do other streams as well. Like today, I did my tabletop campaign, and it's a tabletop that happens on the Project New Universe. And we have paralysis. That's bad. I didn't have the Pinky Apprentice ID. Let's see. Heathcliff, you need to win this clash, my brother. Or else he's gonna die. We might have to restart the dungeon. They run into bad luck. Nice stagger. Yep. We run into really bad luck. Yeah, let's restart the dungeon. There is no way we can get through this fight. We don't have AoE egos. Unless we try really hard. I might try really hard. Did I lose my units? No. Let's try. Give it one more honest try.
파우스트가 맞이하죠.
I forgot to equip egos on them, so we don't have the AoE capacities for one turn stagger, but we do have Era. And they all decided to attack. Fantastic. Get on the horse first. Let's see how the first turn goes.
손끝이라도 대려는 자가 있다면
Good, the stagger is always good. Stagger.
저 밑에서 나를
We're gonna use one of our powers here. I don't want to restart the entire dungeon. Activate your fury, Heathcliff. Hopefully that will be enough, because it isn't looking good. And because this is an unfocused encounter, I can't just have her dodge the incoming attack here. Oh, it does some healing. Good. It needs that. Yeah, we needed that healing really badly. Holy shit. Alright. Oh, Altus did die. This should do a good job. Even in undeath.
단정하지 않습니다.
Bye bye. Alright, Era saved our asses. I didn't realize he actually applied healing on hit. I rarely use Dante power, but I need to use them a little more. Era 2, they exist to be used. Although I do feel a little twinge of regret, or a little twinge of shame, for using it on the very first floor of the dungeon. But then again, the butlers for the first floor are very dangerous unless you have a full team. They are very, very dangerous. I also just realized I don't have my voice filter on. Huh. Anyway, let's pick up the pace here. Revive. And heal. Whether heal a single sinner. Heal again. Yes. Leave. Alright. We got Headless Portrait. Very good. Give me a refresh real quick. Let's see what we got. Late Bloomers to a single point skill or provide affinity skill. Level up. Hitting an enemy. This will help Otis, I think. That. Yeah, we don't have enough IDs to make this tier 4 gift, so what a shame. Sinking. Fix those two. Air tree snare. Good. Good. We can upgrade it. It's more damage. More damage, more clash. Very nice. Let's I forgot to heal Heathcliff again. Quickly heal Heathcliff. Very good. Good use of our money. On to the boss fight.
파우스트가 맞이하죠.
Which is gonna be rough because I know it's gonna be butlers again. Love using Regret Faust G is incredibly good. I think it was one of the first, if not the first ID that they introduced with conditional AoE.
이번에는 재미 좀 보는가?
No, that was Spike's Bush he sang, I think.
허접한 것들을 갖다 내진 않았겠지.
Let's begin. Get on the horse.
목을 내놓고 있도록.
불청객을 찌그러져 있도록.
드라디아. 죽도록 달릴 시간이다. 빨리 좀 하지 그랬냐? 목을 내놓고 있도록.
정리하겠습니다. 불청객을 찌그러져 있도록.
그러지. 그것은 짜게.
I'm eager to go on focus encounters with Wuthering because we can confirm kills with his attacks to get more coughing, to get that delicious attack weight 4 on his skill tree.
탁 식어버리구만. 싸울 생각도 없는 놈한테.
Do it one more time. Horse.
이린 게 하기는 하겠다마는 진짜 놓아주마. 그 새끼들 만들라고 했던 것이 이라고
이래봤지 않은
마시는 거였나 싶어.
모조리 치워버리고.
욕심이 나긴 나겠어. 느껴지지?
45 SP, magical.
딱 사냥.
이 땅과 마녀. 손끝이라도 대려는 자가 있다.
Steal the kill, yes! Gain coffins.
비명을 질러라. 뭐셔?
Oh, it's you! Oh my god, it's him.
왜 자국 없이 쪼개고 있어?
Well, we have no choice but to use this one here. Yeah, we have no choice but to use that one. How about we use it twice?
그쪽으로.
Oh, he lost the clash there. Wow, on top of the horse. Guess he was just unlucky. We still don't have enough sinking application to really put the hurt on the... Get that kill. At 10 coughing, we are at max power now.
착 보면 뭘 써야 하는지 딱 느낌이 오잖아요.
정리하겠습니다. 불청객을 찌그러져 있도록. 불청객을 찌그러져 있도록.
Right, they're doing really good. Both of the butlers, they are very simple at keeping up their power-ups. It's just, if the enemy has sinking, more coin power, more power. It's Heathcliff that is the star of the show of this team, as expected. Alright, Heathcliff, time to get on the horse again. And we can force horse activation, skill tree activation, so we don't have to hold back on our Requiem.
손끝이라도 대려는 자가 있다.
And at max coffin, it's empowered. Oh, it's empowered as in it deals more damage. To be truly empowered, we have to hit that magical window on. There's sinking on target, it needs to be 12.
불청객을 찌그러져 있도록.
You could call Wuthering Wild Hunt Heathcliff a pseudo charge unit because of the, you know, his coffin. It's technically a charge. Let's tank his sanity. Let's hit with a barrage of garbage skills first. If you use our S2 on Dullahan, we lose 10 SP. And there are 3 of them, so I'll be tanking our SP down to 30. 30 to 10. 15.
이래봤지 않은 것들. 모조리 치워버리고.
놀만치 노른 것 같은 게
Nice. I was expecting to suffer a lot more, but we did pretty damn good. We had some fodder to fight before, and he really ramps up the more he kills. Give me that, actually. I never take this card. But now we have healing. Now we have manor-shaped box. Now we have red order. Yeah! Get rid of that Yi stagger. We just recover from that now. I don't... Okay. I know the abnormalities featured in each of these packs are just like, you know, they just put there so you can see what you're gonna fight. But why is Papa Bongi on emotional seduction? Why he specifically? Anyway, I think we'll go automated factory. No, there's Carmilla here. We're gonna get emotionally seduced by chicken. Seduced by chicken. Yeah, let's go down here. I'm gonna tell you that those are stars. Thank you. Alright. We do have Gloom. Let's go check it out. It's more money for harder battle.
파우스트가 맞이하죠.
Remember, boys and girls, hydrate yourself. It's the goddamn crabs. God damn it. Wait, why did it have to be crabs, man? Lust resonance.
손끝이라도 대려는 자가 있다. 불결한 것.
Again, this is the emotional seduction pack. Why are there crabs? Why are there chicken? Why are you making stupid questions, G4? Why wouldn't there be crabs on emotional seduction? I got a tier 4 Eagle Gift non-disclosure agreement. That one is okay-ish. It's not as good as special contract. It's extra damage. So we all love extra damage. Yeah, we're back at crabs. I went into the emotional seduction pack, which features Papa Bongi, and we got crabs.
자, 싸울 준비는 끝났을까? 무엇을 그렇게 깜깜하게 쳐다만 보고 있고 그런다냐?
They're busy eating each other. They are busy eating each other. There we go. And let's make sure my voice filter is on this time. So I paid good money for this microphone. I get to choose which filters I use on it, even if I want to make it sound shittier because I'm running a TV gimmick on my channel. Yeah.
아, 놀랐네.
Go crabs! Oh, the crabs are horrid little creatures. They destroy solo runs because of how much rupture count they apply. Look at this shit. We have 12 rupture count. That is insane. It shouldn't be real. And it's again on focus encounter. There's nothing I can do. A weak row. But it will do. That's 2 kills in the bag and 2 coffins. 2 coffins? No, that is more than 2 coffins. We might have enough to activate the AoE of his skill 2s, which are very good. The only problem with replacing all of his skills 1 with skill 2, if I'm trying to do that, is the fact that he loses sanity on use from his skill 2 if he's on Dullahan. Get off the horse. Get off your high horse. Time to use that AoE that we have granted you. And yeah, we are 8. And you gain 2... For coffee yourself, attack weight 2. Yep, we are going to be hitting a lot of crabs with those attacks. Here comes the Heathcliff Crab Barrage. And hope to God that it works. All right. Now here comes the one-sided. Stagger. Ah, Womoga. Retry the stage. He died.
뒤질 만한 상황이면 뒤져야지. 별수 없이야. 혹시 모른 게 한번 살려줄 수 있는지나 물어보고 안 된다 그러면 해야지. 더 거시기 하면 추한 게.
Once again, I fall victim to these fuck-ass crabs. Let's start. Faust, you have an attack weight base eagle. Get on the horse.
모든 결과들은 파우스트가 알아요.
Look at this shit. There's no way to clear that off. All right. Stay on that horse, boy. Faust, do it again. AoEs are very important.
모든 결과들은 파우스트가 알아요.
That is a single crab. Why did all the attacks get slurped up to that crab? It's an attack weight 3. I guess the crab is just that fat.
저 밑에서 나를 부르는 물소리.
옛날에 외부 강사로 뛰던 것이 생각나네.
No, we're gonna start our double kill.
일대를 다 쓸어버렸던
Yeah. Nothing to do but to try and do our best. Alright, that's coughing aplenty.
이제 그것은 급하게 갖다 써야지. 그런 거지. 샥 보면 뭘 써야 하는지 딱 느낌이 오잖아.
단단하지
계속해봐라. 이 폭풍이 잦아들 때까지.
Ah, the crabs.
혼자서 머리 쓸 것도 적지. 답답하고 괴롭게 쏜사토들은 더 부르면 그만인게.
Right, here we go. It's going a little bit better. We still have far too much rupture
정리하겠습니다.
because their foaming attacks, the one that they shoot in AoE, apply an inordinate amount of rupture count. Now we have AoEs from Heathcliff, so that might help things along a little bit.
잠들어. 계속해봐라. 이 폭풍이 잦아들 때까지.
A crab is fighting for his crabby life. And there's more crabs! It's an endless deluge of crab! What do I do, man? That thing is gonna pop foamy and it's going to kill Heathcliff. I hate these crabs so goddamn much. I hate them so goddamn much. We're gonna retry right here because we're gonna lose Heathcliff. Because it's an focused encounter, we cannot control which attack goes where.
안 된다 그러면 안녕해야죠. 더 거시기 하면 추한 게. 그죠?
I hate crabs. But stop your belly aching, boy, and get fighting.
저것들이 아까부터 그러니까 딱 사냥.
Alright. Let's activate some passives, why not? I can already see this is gonna be a 2+ hour stream. Just because of these fuck-ass crabs. Again, because unfocused encounter I can't control who is gonna clash against what. I can stop the foaming attacks from coming out, which is, you know, the main source of rupture count from these bastards. Right.
총 맞았냐? 왜 자국 없이 쪼개고 있을까?
Get on horse. Don't attack the guy with a counter ready, please. Just put a nice little dodge there and pray for the upcoming attacks. I guess it will trigger a counter nonetheless, yep. Start getting some AoE for Heathcliff.
그런 것이 보면 뭘 써야 하는지 딱 느낌이 오잖아. 아, 놀랐네. 안 됐다 차서. 난 잘 줄 알았으면 빨리 좀 하지 그랬냐? 계속해봐라. 이 폭풍이 찾아질 때까지. 옛날에 외부 강사로 뛰던 것이
Not enough. Get on the horse again. No attacks coming after you, right? Yeah. Well, here's what we're gonna do. We gonna chill for this turn. Okay, we have enough for one AoE.
불청객은 찌그러져 있던.
Good.
That's
That's a lot of counters. That's an AoE too. Get your belly aching, boy, and just get it done.
일단과 만 손끝이라도 때려는 자가 있던.
It's a crab over there. Yes, thank God they can sometimes attack each other. But goddamn, these crabs are one annoying enemy type. Just goes for sure that people from the manor really aren't cut out for crabbing. Why do you have true foamies?
저 밑에서 나를 부르는 물소리가.
계속해봐라. 이 폭풍 죽도록 달릴 시간이다.
Oh, Julian, right for death. Because that's exactly where we're going.
그냥 돌아보지. 목을 내놓고 있도록.
그 물을 한 모금 마시기 전엔
And wiped out. I hate these crabs so goddamn much, and there's so many of them.
한번 살려줄 수 있는 안 된다 그러면 안녕해야죠. 더 거시기 하면 참.
Let's try it again, but we're gonna bring backup this time. Unfortunately, crabs are crabs, and crabs deserve death in this game. So again, we try to play the game through this challenges, not challenges really, just these daily runs with the entire team. We have tried twice now, we have failed. Bring out the nukes. Yep, bring them out. I am not going to start to restart the entire dungeon just because we got filtered by crabs. I don't much care, and honestly, this is a daily dungeon. If this was a challenge, like beat the entire thing from start to finish with just the Wuthering Heights, yeah, no, fuck these crabs. No one's gonna blame me for this. What we do here is justified and is written in the mandate of heaven. I'm missing all the TD corps but Rhodius. She's benched right now. Ah, she's alright. It's a 0-0 ID, really.
이번에는 재미가 자네가 생각이 있으면 허접한 것들을 갖다 내지 않았겠지.
I feel bad for doing this, I really do. Not for the crabs, but for, you know, it's kind of goes against what I'm trying to do. We're trying to beat the crabs with the Wuthering Heights team, and unfortunately they are not very good at crab fighting. They have not a single pierce skill, although they have Bloom, but the crabs simply have way too many combat slots, and they apply far too much Rupture. But quit your belly aching, boy. Kill these guys and just proceed as normal. And once again, if this was a focused encounter, I could deal with it. Because in a focused encounter, I can, you know, prevent the foaming attacks from actually happening. The foaming attacks is the one where they do AoE, they pit at you. Those apply 8 counts of Rupture, and the normal attacks from the other crabs apply a lot of Rupture potency. If it wasn't a focus encounter, I could have the foaming attacks not happen because we would clash against those, and we'd just eat the normal Rupture attacks easy.
팍하고 터진 것이 제법 보는 맛이 있단 게.
I guess once I eventually run out of teams to run, I'm just gonna run my favorite teams over and over in these dungeons, and just sit here talking about whatever comes to mind, or whatever happened in the Project New Universe. I'm still thinking about today's tabletop session. That was really fun. I deployed my Charger from Dark Tide. I used my Bleed Berserker. This Bleed Berserker had its moment, but unfortunately was not enough. Just fucking obliterate these crabs for me, please.
같이 없.
The coffin carrying the weight of the mechanic that was sent to his death. Yep.
불청객은 찌그러져 있도록. 차라리
Alright, crabs eliminated. God, I despise these beings. I love the canto music, truly do, and I find that they're kind of funny, but the problem is they're, for what they level they are, they're far too strong. But that's, no, it's not that they're strong, it's that they hard counter when you bring a team with less slots because of the foaming, whatever. Because on focus encounter, we can't target those slots, and if you have less than all of your units deployed, the crabs will start, you know, tearing chunks out of you. Anyway, back to normal Wuthering Heights. That never happened. Let's forget about about the time Wild Hunt Heathcliff went for a vacation on the beach, okay? Where he was miserably eaten by crabs. This is canon, by the way. Actually, we can just use the skill tree without problem. I should have used the counter, actually. I've entered the only way the crabs are dangerous is technically when you run out of bait. Yeah. Alright, we recovered. Get on the horse. That's a lot of extra coffins for us. Four coffins, that means we are at true attack weight. Not necessary, but, you know, we're gonna use it anyway. Very good, very nice. Oh, I always feel bad when I have to break through crab barrage. It's always on crabs that I get shafted, isn't it? It's always on crabs. I'm gonna get the sprite for the crab and I'm gonna put it here on the string to haunt me. Give me your gift already. Now, today's tabletop session was really fun, but I'm already wanting to play again. I want to roleplay with my character. Because, I'll be honest, my players kind of get stuck sometimes on the things for no reason. I don't get why, but they do. Anyway, let's replace one of Heathcliff's skill 1 with a skill 2. I love the skill 2 because it has attack weight, and attack weight is very good. Let's take the Blue Zippo Lighter to generate ego resources we don't have. We could take a Bloody Gadget for more damage. Can we enhance something? Yes, we can. And enhance it again. No, I can't enhance it again. Oops. Alright, we're ready to go. Floor 2 took forever. Let's hurry it along. It is a law of tabletop games. They rarely have something to go wrong. It's not about going wrong. Actually, things went very well for them. They got really lucky. I mean, it's not more like they get overthink and overanalyze things instead of like just going and doing, you know? Sure, they're being cautious and all of that. And I did warn them that now, as a GM, I'm playing the game properly. In this last combat, 2 of them almost died. So, yeah. I wish they would get less hung up about things, and they also sometimes just don't go forward for absolutely no reason. You two no, the only person with a dodge is Otis, right? I'm still trying to understand something here. Now, I know targeting, I played Arena and all that, but it's the order of which things happen. So, right now, Otis is the fastest with a 7. Theoretically, she should be the first one to clash, so it's going to clash against Papa Bongi's attack. She's going to dodge, and then this attack will hit after, when she has her dodge up. Despite she's being the fastest, she's the second one to clash. I want to say that the chicken's gonna get a free attack. Not this one. Yep, the chicken got a free attack. For example, one of the campaigns we had, they were told to infiltrate a company and kill a guy. The context of which was that this group called the Thousand Faces, which is like a secretive high-level syndicate, which does all sorts of body augmentations to change their, their appearance, like a skinwalker. It's the skinwalker syndicate essentially, and they are specialized in infiltration, espionage, and all that. They were spying on this company and they got caught, but they couldn't find out the reason why they got caught. They just got caught. And they tried it again, and the guy immediately found them out. And so they were rather, cross about the whole thing. And so they tasked our group, because they had, dealings with them in their past, to go to the company, infiltrate them or invade, attack, whatever, and kill the guy, find and kill the guy. It took forever for my players to do it. And they took only the safest, most boring, not simplest, but just I prepared so many things. There were so many things, but one of the characters managed to sneak his way in as an employee of the place. And once he was there, instead of talking to the other NPCs, trying to find out routes he could get inside, he just kept playing the fantasy of I work here. All right, go destroy him. And so basically, after I had to throw the ending forward, that they actually managed to make progress, because one of them was inside the secret laboratory, the rest were outside trying to figure out what the hell they were gonna do, and the one that was inside and had access to talk to all the people and try to gather intelligence on their security systems, the people that work there, how we can exploit these people, all their interactions between each other, and they just didn't do anything. Again, they are, one of them at least is not that used to tabletop games. The other one is a little shy, and the other one thinks a little too much of himself, if I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna cite names, I know they watch this stream sometimes, so you're just gonna have to figure out if one of these, what I said, applies to you. In any case, yeah. I had prepared so many things, there was so much political stuff ready, there were so many maps ready, so many smaller things ready. I felt really shitty after having to throw the ending forward, Let's see here. We got a tier 4 gift and a healing here in Deep Sigh. Let's go Deep Sigh. Take the mystery path, boyo. Do you like booze? I don't know how to live without alcohol. Ugh. If we catch it, it's the casket. If we fail, it's the angel spirits. Oh, they have a drink. Oh! There we go. This is the best. This is the best one. The funny boozman. Yeah, can't go wrong with the funny boozman. This one is gonna be gnomes. This one is going to be gnomes. What's going to be up here? No, God damn, I know exactly what's going to be here. I am going to have an aneurysm today. Okay, it wasn't what I think. I thought it was gonna be Rose Spanner Workshop. I thought for sure it was going to be Rose Spanner Workshop. If it was Rose Spanner Workshop, I was going to walk onto my kitchen and get myself some water. I'm gonna try another dungeon this time, but my sinking thing synced on, and I don't have enough IDs to run it. Well, it's a sinking thing or a sync thing? Alright. Get on the horse. Get on the horse. Get on the horse twice. Get on double. Two times the horse. Let that sink in, yep. I made that joke when I ran a sync team as well. Like, not sync, but a sync association.
정리하겠습니다. 불청객은 찌그러져 있도록.
I do love the conditional AoE for Wild Heathcliff. It's so good. Stay on the horse for a little bit longer. We have need of you. Hello, Carmen. I need some water. After this fight, I'm gonna go get some water. Maybe also go to the bathroom. Here we go. Here we go. This animation is so brutal because she literally just rips this guy's ear off. Why does she do that? Might be one of the most brutal animations, really. You cannot convince me that she's not ripping the guys off, because she's like, she wraps her hand in a cloth and does like a punch and it ends like around the side of the head of someone. I think she just grabs it, and the next animation that does damage is she's pulling something out. So she really just take goodbye to your ear, and then she kicks you into the ground. I was thinking about doing Capo South solo today, but I feel like it's a Wuthering Heights kind of day, so I went with them. It's because she's all ears for the S3. Yeah, you gotta hear to the echoes of the manor. Ah, free gift. Hello, look, we are approaching you. Oh, you were approaching me instead of running away. You were approaching to take shelter from the rain. I see. All right, I assume everyone here is familiar with JoJo the Bizarre Adventure. Can Dante and the Sinners solve? Can Dante and the Sinners beat Dio? Can they figure it out? Or do you think it would literally have no effect on them because of time shenanigans? Ooh, full neutrals. I don't like that. again, Dio, the whole thing about Stardust Crusaders is that they don't know what Dio's stands do, and because of the nature of how stands work, rushing in blind is suicide. If the Sinners rush in to fight Dio with no knowledge that he can stop time, assuming it works, because you know they're bound to Dante's time. Here's the problem with T-Corp. T-Corp only works inside of their nest. Because that was explained by Faust, I believe, when they ask about why T-Corp doesn't have light, doesn't have colors, is because they need to manipulate the flow of, you know, the flow of light to manipulate the flow of time, which makes kind of some sense. But here's the thing, their technology would not work outside of T-Corp, and if it did, it would probably be very difficult or expensive. I think Dio would get folded, play around too much, and wind up letting you all get a free revive. Probably. Here's the thing, they'd have to figure out, can Dio stop time? Here's how I think it would go. They are bound to Dante's time. That means time shenanigans, if it doesn't affect Dante, it isn't affecting then. If Dio uses a time stop and Dante is not in the area, the AoE of the time stop, the Sinners still get to move. You understand? So I don't know what's the range of the world for time stop. I think it's worldwide, maybe? I don't know. But I assume it has a minimum range or something like that. Now, I think it's worldwide, like stop time and continue. That would affect Dante as well, unless some other time of shenanigan happens that we don't know about Dante. Because the main thing is, Dante has the ability to revive the Sinners, but Dante is the weakness of the team. If Dante gets destroyed, the Sinners lose. But at the same time, if Dante does get destroyed, the contract ends. There's the one thing that we never considered, and I'm considering now as I say this to you. All of the Sinners were made equal when they made a contract with Dante. That we know. So everyone got brought down to the level of fucking Yisang at the first time, and they're slowly building their power back up. If Dante dies, the contract becomes null, right? And thus everyone's abilities go back to full power. So Ryoshu goes back to full power, Sancho goes back to full power, Otis, Merso, everyone goes back to full power. They're fighting Dio, right? They met Dio, they don't know he can stop time. Dio decides to be Dio and he wants to play around. He does the same thing he does with Joseph, where he goes to Dante and throws like a dagger at his throat, and Dante's kicked the bucket. Once Dante dies, he now has to fight this group of at least a few of them, of superpowered individuals. Oh, but there's the thing, she's a nerf, but she won't use the fucking sword. Even though she has Arayashiki, the sheath now, it's not a free use. You don't get to use it for free. She's probably not going to use it, but she is going to have her full range of abilities and skills that she learned in the House of Spiders. In any case, Dante being the linchpin means that, yeah, he's very important, and it's a big disadvantage. Dio would probably play around with the Sinners a lot. But here's the thing, when discussing the situations, I don't like the power scale, I don't like to, what Superman would beat Batman or anything like that, because combat and etc. has far too many things that can go wrong or right in the situation you find yourself in when you fight to truly say, one character can beat the other. Hohenheim on the last Kanto, if you didn't pay attention, pretty much spells this out, saying like it's kind of redundant to make like a linear scale of power, who's stronger amongst the other, because there's so many a fancy word, idiosyncrasies and unique things that can happen in combat and other conditionals, that it really doesn't make any sense. And I wholeheartedly agree with him. That was El Director saying to you to stop power leveling things based on level, because if you were to power level things based on in-game level, the fucking training dummy of Hongyuan can beat Wild Hunt. Remember? I have that image somewhere. I'll post it. I'll put it up later. In any case, what I'm curious is how would it go down? As in, what situation would they find themselves in fighting Dio that could or could not go in their advantage or not? Because first they have to, you know, investigate. Okay, we got a guy, he's dangerous, Limbus company wants him dead, so get to it, sinners, you don't have a choice. And so Virgilius takes us to Egypt, or the city equivalent of Egypt, and we start tracking this guy down. Meanwhile, we are being attacked by other stand users. God damn it. Don't forget, Dio has his forces, he has people protecting him. He has a hawk with ice powers, an ice stand. He has vanilla ice as well, which can completely delete a sinner, and we still don't know if a sinner that gets completely like erased, no trace left, can be brought back by Dante. They never test that, and well, no one wants to test that. And then there's the fight against Dio himself. How is he going to show himself? Where is he going to show himself? Combat has a lot of intricacies, but I wanted to see like, how would they solve the Dio problem? How would they figure out that he can stop time? That stopping time is not something not even the CEO of T-Corp has figured out how to do. All this explanation about doing things in combat kind of just made me moot that how would the sinners deal with it, because it's not a pure combat thing. That's why I love about stands, and that's why I'm gonna start taking stands and adapting them to my tabletop as enemies. Not like as in literally a stand, but their abilities, you know? So my players have a happy fun time with them. Example, today in my campaign there was the door for the reinforced containment in the warehouse. That was one of their objectives, to confirm the package that is inside there is safe and sound. But the door was made of a mysterious material, had no lock, had no external way to open it. I put a pin on the warehouse there. If you watch the stream, you would see that door essentially functions as at least part of the Superfly stand, which is the electrical tower. It has other abilities like turning people into metal, but that door in particular reflects the same physical kinetic damage you do against it. If Zed tried to punch that door with all of his, you know, pushing augment might, he would get punched right back by the door. Literally, a metal arm would form on the door after a delay and punch him with the same strength that he punched it. I wanted to put that door there, not as in like, oh, what's going on, well, we gotta figure out a way to pass here, because no, that's not their job. The door was there because I was rereading Distortion Detective, and one of the fixers that was trying to capture Moses for Yuria at the very beginning didn't want to go inside Yuria's workshop, because he is claiming that, oh, I don't want to touch the door. There might be some like a security system that fries anyone that doesn't have a invitation to go inside. I don't want to do that. And it's a reminder again, during Wuthering Heights, during his Kanto weird targeting. During Heathcliff's Kanto, they also mentioned like, oh, maybe the lightning strikes are a defense mechanism from the manor against intruders, leading to believe, and we can infer this from his information, that there are crazy security systems in the city. Very crazy ones. The stuff like, open this box without the authorization and the box eats you. It's a mimic. It's literally a mimic box. If you don't show it the right identification, it's going to eat you. And so I added that door there as a way to exemplify this. Thankfully, they didn't go forward in with that, but I guess they will ask explanation later once they clear out the warehouse. They have one more fight to go through, and it's a full fight. There's a lot of generic mooks there, but one of them is unique, meaning that he's actually dangerous. But yeah, I wanted to exemplify. The city has crazy stuff, and maybe one reason why you shouldn't loot high-level characters is because their weapons can have like biometric locks or security systems. Think about it like the pistol from Judge Dredd, that if you pick it up, it scams you, and if you're not like the owner, it shocks you on the spot. Really fast. I should buy a lottery ticket. How lucky I was there.
외부 강사로 뛰던 것이 생각나네.
Get on the horse.
한 놈만 잡아준다 했더니 일대를 다 쓸어버렸지. 목을 내놓고 있도록. 그 속에서.
I'm looking at your postcard, man. I absolutely despise power scalers, man. I absolutely despise. I am someone that really likes combat, both in real life and outside of it. Specifically melee combat. I used to practice sword fighting, not like historical martial arts or anything, but not like a lightsaber fighting or something silly like that. Me and my friends and a couple of other people used to gather around in a group, and we would have these PVC pipes with foam in the rough shape of a sword. Now that sounds stupid. It is. It still is. It's the rough shape of a sword, like covered with duct tape. But the rules was simple. If the attack connects to a body part with enough strength to make sound, and because it's, you know, PVC pipe with a pool noodle and duct tape, it will make noise. It will make like a puff. That strike counts as a hit. Other than that, just don't hit the head, because we didn't have like any safety gear, not security. And don't hit the genitals, please. And don't go ape shit with your strength either, because again, we're just doing this for fun. But anyway, point is, this combat thing we did, it was called swordplay buffering. I don't know if you heard of it. Probably not. It was very fun because as long as your attack connected and with enough strength to make sound, it counted. It didn't matter how stupid it was or if it was a historical martial art. As long as you hit, it counts. I think we're good here. Let's enhance. Right. I need to get some water. I'll talk more about the sword thing in just a moment here. I'll be right back. I am back. So here's my sword. You probably won't be able to see the full thing, but it is an old thing. It has been refurbished many times, as you can see the handle, and it's quite the long weapon. It keeps going, I know. I used this beauty a few times. It's just a big katana. This thing is heavy as hell. This is a large PVC pipe with 3 other smaller ones inside. The thing is about like maybe 1.5 meter long. I don't know how much that is in feet or foot. You're gonna have to figure that out. And yeah, I love to use this thing, but I fucked up my leg and I can't anymore. I dearly miss it. Anyway, enough about my weeb interests with my gigantic foam katana. Let's get into important things like beating whatever boss awaits us. I also have a mace, a hammer, and a couple of daggers. Now, let me tell you something about daggers. Daggers are small. I know, right? Cool. Daggers are usable in combat, but you are mostly going to be using it to kill someone that is downed, to kill someone that is downed, open up the orange, like peel an orange or do something like that. Fun fact, in my group, was the first one to use a greatsword with a knife combo. Now that sounds like a weird ass combo, G4. What the hell do you do with a greatsword and a knife? Like, you need both your hands for the greatsword, don't you? Like, I need both hands for this big ass thing. You can barely fit it on frame, but yeah, need 2 hands for this thing. How do you use a knife with this? Well, the knife I used was small enough, and you know, I could hold it together with this one. It made it a little awkward to use my sword, but that was not the point. The point is, if I swung this thing at someone, they are going to block it. They are going to be very worried about blocking this big fucking sword. And when they do, I use my physical strength to lock weapons in place, close the distance, let go of the hilt of my sword here, and with the dagger, because it's a small dagger and it's easy to pull out, I would stab them, and that would end the fight. I started using that combo, and they banned me from using that combo. Because it scored far too many kills. Because everyone would be focused on the big ass sword, and they wouldn't expect a tiny little dagger. And once I swung the sword close the distance, where the dagger is at its most strong, the fight was over. Of course, it wasn't fully banned. They weren't just, oh, you can't use that, that's so unfair. No, they let me still use it, but I couldn't use it while holding the greatsword. So I just got a belt, made a nice little scabbard for the foam dagger, put it there, and I would do the same strategy. But it had a little bit more of reaction speed for the enemy, because not only would I have to, let go of my weapon, reach into my belt, pull the dagger, and then stab. That gave me enough time to react to the bullshit I was pulling on them. Let me go put my sword away. I am planning. I have the materials, almost the materials, to make a replica of Mimicry, Nothing Their Sword. And once I get surgery on my knee to go back to sword fighting, I am planning to use it because I love Project Moon, I love their stuff, and well, I wish to have more memorabilia around the house from them. And I can't buy it, of course, but I can make it. Anyway, I realize most of this stream I've been talking and complaining and stuff, but again, this thing here doesn't have much to talk about. They banned for using a technique while using the great sword is absolutely hilarious. Yeah. I know exactly who called for the banning. There was this one really annoying guy in the group. It was the older group. It's a long story, but there was this really angsty, annoying guy. And one time I was fighting against him, and there's a wound system in the system, the sport. If you get hit in the arm, you no longer use that arm. It's got cut off or it's no longer functional. If you got hit in the leg, you could no longer run away. You had to drag the leg around like it was wounded. Just trying to simulate a wound, right? You couldn't have both legs cut off or both arms cut off. So you can only have one arm cut off, and then if you lose another arm, you're out of the game. You wait until it's your next turn. One second, I got sidetracked. Anyway, I was fighting this annoying guy. My left arm was wounded because I got hit, and so I was holding the great sword with the hilt under my armpit and the dagger together on the same thing. He was dual wielding short swords because of course he was. He was going to rush me. He was going to made a scissor move with his dual swords and locked my weapon into the ground and then closed the distance and stabbed me. The moment he scissored my sword into the ground, here's the thing, I didn't care about the sword. I just, you know, let go of the great sword into the ground, and as he charged me, I stabbed him over the head into his back. Ah, look at that. Anyway, stabbed him in the back. And because he put so much of his body weight into my sword while scissoring it into the ground, he fell over onto the pavement. It wasn't a hard fall or anything, but he fell over and then he felt my knife on his back as he was coming down. And that guy was really annoying. I'm glad I did that. But he argued and argued with the organizers of the group to get me to stop using the combo. And well, they didn't ban me, but they asked me to, you know, you have to keep it on your hilt. Maybe because the sword sounds fun. Regarding the dagger big sword combo, would it be plausible to create a handguard on the hilt so that you can use bop picks with? You mean the hilt like the pommel? Let me grab a example sword here, a smaller one. Just a second. Where is it? Oh my god, why did I put it all here? God damn it, high up. Here we go.
자, 싸울 준비는 끝났을까?
Hold on, I'm coming.
그래서
I'm
그렇게
getting the sword.
따끔하게 쳐다만 보고 있고 그런다냐?
There it is. Garbage. My garbage. Alright, I'm coming back. Sorry about the delay for doing that thing. I'm also just getting something else. Look at it. Yeah. Love this cat. Anyway, here it is, a shorter sword. It's one of the older models. Here we go. It's already old and the thing is falling apart. It's like the length of my arm, something more. It's kind of like a short sword, but you know. So when you say the hilt, you mean the pommel or the hand guard here? This one doesn't have much of a hand guard. It has a little gem on it. If you mean putting like a spike here on the pommel, it's possible, but I don't recommend it for two-handed weapons because you can just, you know, bop someone on the head with a one-hander. But with a two-hand, you actually use the pommel a lot to move the sword around. You know? Now, if it's not a sharpened bit, it's just like a point. It's not sharp at all. It just to penetrate maximum force. Sure, go for it. Anyway, I was saying, I realize most of the stream I've just been yapping about things and I'm still a floor 3, but this thing doesn't have really much to watch out for except he gets on the horse and watch his sanity, and at 10 coughing he nukes the enemy. And he can force his skill tree by using his counter, so I apologize if I'm not talking about the IDs that are being used here, but you know, I'm doing like a rounded guard along the side where you're holding it. Might reduce dexterity, but notice the handle was fairly long and a big old sword. Rounded guard around the side where you're holding it. You mean like a basket guard? Like a saber, you know? Like the thing covering my hand like this? It is possible. It does affect the dexterity a little bit, but it does lock your kind of like the way you're holding the weapon. It's not very good for heavier weapons because you do flip that thing around a lot. That one is not a double-edged one; it's a single one. It's kind of like a big fat katana, sort of like a basket guard. Hard to describe. Yeah, it's probably a basket guard what you're thinking about. And yes, you can put it to protect your fingers. It's very nice, but here's the thing. If you know what you're doing, you're not going to get hit on your fingers. Especially with a weapon that large. Yeah, I'm going to ignore that because it's kind of useless. A weapon that large, you don't have to worry about getting hit in the fingers because you are going to be maintaining your range. Anyway, let's see. the thing about swordplay buffering is that, again, we have no rules other than, like, don't hit too hard, don't hit the head, throat, or genitals, because we don't have any safety gear. The safety gear is the weapon. This thing is soft, as you can see. It folds. So when you strike, it makes noise. And if the hit has to be hard enough to make noise, you know? You can't just, like, boop, and that makes no noise. Everyone has to hear the attack hitting. That was the rule. Because of that, this flexible rule, we could use any technique we wanted. You wanted to use Kendo? Sure. You want to use HEMA, historical martial arts, European martial arts? Go for it. You had something more fancy? Go for it. You want to copy Naruto and reverse grip the sword like a retard and dislocate your wrist? Sure. If it hits with enough force and not, you know, not to hurt someone for real, but if it hits with enough force to make noise, that's a hit. It counts. I don't care how stupid you were doing it. If it hits with the blade edge of their sword or whatever weapon you're using, it counts. And so, naturally, because of this wild range of techniques and weapons that could be used, some ridiculous combos came up, and some also natural selection of why spears and shields dominated, like, group fights. Because they are very good. Spears are very good. I hate spears. I like to fight with katanas. Or swords in general. So I hated spears, but I had my way around them. My way around them was having a tiny dagger that I used together with another weapon. You parry the spear, and then you close the distance and try to stab, and hope or pray the guy is slower than you and doesn't have a backup weapon to stab you with. In any case, once again, because of this, like, do whatever you want kind of rule set we have going on, it filtered a lot of people, especially people with training. There was several instances of people that practice historical martial arts, kung fu, and other such, you know, kendo. Kendo and other types of, you know, armed martial arts that would go there, and they would have a fun time, but they quickly find that their techniques weren't working the way they wanted, because more often than not, an enemy will not react the way you want them to. What do I mean by that is, in a few duels that I had with these people that had, you know, formal training in historical martial arts, be it whatever they may be, they would, you know, I would strike at them, and they would do a parry to a spin to a strike or something that I don't know the name of, and they really didn't expect that if I see that my attack has failed to strike, that I can just back away out of range and respond to their attack. This has happened many times. And this is the thing I prefer over swordplay over, you know, historical martial arts, because again, it is a free range fighting. People react like people. They don't react to techniques the way you expect them to. They are still very effective at fighting. Don't make any mistakes about that. It's just that, yeah, when someone fights in a way you don't expect them to, your technique might not work. The one you've been honing and perfecting, because they aren't moving the same way they are moving on, like, a training field where they're practicing the same techniques as you. And that all of these also goes out the window the moment you fight someone with a more exotic weapon that they know how to use, of course. Like a guy that is training only using longsword versus longsword suddenly enters a battlefield. There's three guys with spears, one with dual daggers, another one with a bow and arrow, and a third guy using dual nunchucks, which I've seen that happen before, and he was oddly good at it. Yeah, no, your technique's gonna get kind of fucked here. And here's the fun thing about all of this. There were multiple game modes. It wasn't just duels. There were 2v2s, 3v3s, championships, battlefield, because this was a gathering of turbo nerds, and these turbo nerds were very happy to be there, and so there were like 10-20 of them, so we organized ourselves in two teams of 10 and do a 10 versus 10. So when you're used to fighting in like only duels in a normal arena, like not an arena, like a ring that is flat, you don't have any problem of moving around, you train yourself to fight in that one specific manner. The moment you're thrown into like the open field where we fought, there is terrain differences, there are trees, there are multiple opponents running around with different weapons. You really have to stay on your toes, because at one point you might have find a guy to duel in the middle of the battlefield, but as you're fighting him, someone slips past you and just strikes you at the back with a knife, which has happened a lot. You really have to stay on your toes when fighting like group versus group, because there are people that are not going to stay in there and fight in an honorable duel. They're going to see that they can't beat you, and then they're just going to run away because they're faster than you. They are, just going to run away and get help from friends. Get on the horse. I'm very passionate about this. This all stems from my hatred of power scalers. I'm not saying that training martial arts is bad or any kind of way, but you really gotta put it to the test in somewhere that is not a controlled environment. Like, let's put it in a comparison here. If you have a gun, you're a gun designer, and you test it in a laboratory, and everyone's there like, this is such an excellent gun, it's so good, because, wow, it is so powerful, and it never jams and all that. But all of this has been done in a controlled environment, with no dust, no nothing. You might try to, like, test... dunk it in a vat full of, goo or whatever to try and test real battlefield simulations. But this is all controlled environments. Hey, Josette, how are you doing? This is all controlled environments. Once you put it out there in the field in the hands of a soldier where there's a billion little things happening, the gun might not be as good. The reason why the AK-47 is so popular to this day is because that thing doesn't jam, and if it does jam, you smack the side of it and it's back to working. It's the same thing with martial arts, sword fighting and punching, and when we compare these characters one to another, there's also like a billion other things that are not being taken into consideration when they're fighting. So to say that, can Goku beat Thanos? In a power scaling video, I despise it. I despise it with all my heart. Sure, I'm not trying to rain on anyone's parade. It's fun to try and compare characters, try to imagine who's going to be the strongest fighter, and this and that or the other. But combat has so many more things that add to it, so many more complications, that it is really something else. I watched a video a long time ago, and it's similar to this, what I was talking about stands, I was talking about the tabletop, I was talking about combat, etc. In this video, the guy said that if we threw a stand user from JoJo against Goku and the Z Warriors, the guy with the stand will probably win. Not in a direct fight, mind you, because JoJo stands, they work with conditions and other effects that are not directly combat related. Very good. I love when the enemies start staggered like this. It allows me to get my slots up. So for example, if we take not making heaven, Heaven's Door for JoJo, that's a stand that like when you look at it, like he shows you a page of a manga that he's drawing, and you look at it, it unfolds you like a book, and he can write instructions on you. They only managed to beat that stand because Josuke got so mad that he literally went blind from rage. And that's why the stand couldn't affect him, because he literally didn't see the stand, he was blinded by rage. It's a bit of a meathead way of dealing with the stand, sure, but everyone else just got fucked by it. Because once he opens up, like turns you into a book and writes down that you can't attack me, what are you gonna do? You can't do anything. That destruction is now into you. That's why stands usually fight stands with other stands. Yeah, sure, let's use our clashable counter and use our big boy skill. And try the best to survive. Butler Otis be carrying my fucking sinners, bro. They have lost too many clashes. Oh yeah, Butler Otis just died in my game here. I yapped for quite a lot. Whew, I need water. I also need to go to the bathroom soon. Get on the horse. I did not tell you to stop getting on the horse. Reckon twice. The same thing about combat I was talking about can be applied to the tabletop too, because if it's a pure death match like the mission I'm doing right now, sure it's just a power comparison. Let's fight. Let's get our muscles pumped and let's get physical. You know, there is really no nuance here. But once you go into a more, tense fight, where you are no longer just fighting, you also have to consider other factors. Then things are going to get interesting. Like, for easiest example in the world that I can give you about how a fight can't just be reduced to who's the strongest. If you take character A and character B and put them in a fight, it's a pure contest of strength. No, like they're in a void fighting. But let's say character A has hired a assassin or someone to kidnap character B's daughter. And if he resists, he's going to tell that guy to kill him, to kill his daughter. The dynamics change completely. Character A could be the weakest wimp in the world, but he has control over character B and thus can win the fight because he has like a modifier, a complete advantage over the guy. Or maybe yet he is the only guy that knows where his daughter is, and if he doesn't obey or kill him, he's never gonna figure out where she is. Or say character A slipped rat poison on his lunch before he got character B got into a fight, and now he's desperately not trying to explode into his pants. That sounded bad. All right, some gifts here. Yum yum. Extra. Oh, I shouldn't have bought that. Ah, god damn it. Heal the sinners so you have true deaths. What the hell are those? I never took a closer look on the shop. Look at... Oh, it's full of spider eggs now. Ooh. Spider eggs and egg... Ooh, ooh, ooh. Alright, let's view some gifts. I gotta hurry up. It's been 2.5 hours. I want to play Warframe. I want to play some stuff. I bought some games on the last sale and I've been dying to try them. I wish I could stream them, but that takes a long time. Not that. We don't have charge right now, and we can test this one too. Piston Star. Good. Good. Enhance. I didn't heal Heathcliff. Nah, they'll be fine. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. It has healing. I think. And yeah, Angelica Intelligence. The king of weapons is literally the funny poking stick. That is not even a joke. We just figure out how to throw poking sticks at a range with a, like we start with a spear, and then we move on to
arrows, and then the arrows got tinier, and we attached the tiny little bombs to them. Hi, Nelly. It is I, Heathcliff. It's gonna be an upward battle. Uphill battle, I mean. Hopeless, because he's paralyzed, but I don't care about your paralysis.
허접한 것들을 갖다 내진 않았겠지.
Faust, I'm gonna ask you to do us a favor. We do appreciate how some of the most simple weapons become the most menacing, such as the power of rotating the head of a scythe 90 degrees. Yeah. Wait, I mean a scythe like a peasant scythe, which is just like a kind of like a spear, or the death scythe, because death scythe is a terrible weapon. I've used it in swordplay before. It is jank as hell to wield it, but I have used it before. Because there is the military scythe, which is a lot of peasants didn't have received weapons from their lords, so they had to improvise. So they would take a scythe, like the scythe used for grain, which has the angle, and then shit, we're gonna go into war, so we turn that angle into a proper spear, which is like a sword on a stick. Ow! God damn it! I keep hitting my desk fan. My desk fan has no protection on it because, well, it ventilates better. It has no protection on it, so I keep hitting my hand against it.
저 밑에서
아이,
나를 부르는 물소리.
Get on the horse, Heathcliff. It's time.
능력 차좀 챙겨주자. 이런 거시기 하면
Yo, my favorite simmer. Hello, Woo. How are you doing? Finally found your way here? Nice to see you. Well, you had to step away briefly, but yeah, there was a funny war military scythe. Yeah, it's yeah, we just turned a scythe into a spear, and yeah, the peasant has a good weapon now. So, welcome, Woo. Mostly I'm yapping about swords, fighting, and my hatred for power scalers while we are playing Heathcliff, Wuthering Heights Heathcliff Wild Hunt, the team. I love the game. Half sword tries to convince me the inside portion of a regular side has the same cutting potential as a lightsaber. Yeah, it's the rule of cool, you know. Stagger. It's the rule of cool. Scythes are cool. On the horse. Is she avoiding Heathcliff? Is that what's going on here?
허접한 것들을 갖다 내진 않았겠지.
Ah, can't redirect it. Can't do it, man. Can't do it. Well, we are going to prevent your escape then. Attack. Why you're so sane, Heathcliff? You needed to be the negative sanity for that. The voice acting for Wild Hunt Heathcliff is so good too. I love me a good voice acting. I've been paying a lot more attention to voice acting after LCB, regular checkup, and when I'm playing Plains of Doviria on Warframe. I want to remember which game I heard the news from that they hired not professional, but what's it called? People that work on theater, you know? Theater, not like... yeah, theater. Instead of voice actors, and they did such a good job, they just kept doing it. The music for Nelly is also really good. Why is it so good? I guess it's good music for a betrayal. Unfortunately, this Nelly has no sanity. She has no style.
이제 그것은 진지하게 갖다 써야지.
One more time. Hello, not Yakumo Noir. Doesn't need to be a reason to be good. Well, yeah.
봐라. 아까부터 두드려 맞더만. 끝까지 헷갈나게.
Here we go. Now, damage time. There's not much I can do here. Just slather your wrists and punch her. Go, Otis.
정리하겠습니다. 문이 열었다.
I guess she's not really ripping their ears off the attack. She's just like, you know, wrapping them in cloth or something. There does show like a cloth effect wrapping the character. Also, is Heathcliff Wildhunt one of the more like magic-centered IDs in the entire game? Because the shit he does is literally magic. He literally has necromantic powers. By the way, this is still floor 4. We are taking our sweet time here because I'm yapping so much, but I'm having fun. I don't have to work tomorrow. I can do a longer stream. Now, the magical girls are a distortion. Distortion I sort of understand. I'm talking about literally has no explanation as to why he can summon shadow horses or revive the dead. But then again, magic is real in the city, unfortunately. It's a city of dreams. No magic in use, he's simply wild, yeah. I wish we had more Lament Despair right now. Just kill her. Yeah, why does Mount Hunter get to cast magic motion? He just can. Why wouldn't he? That's what I mean. Like, there is no. He's an ID from another world, hunting all Heathcliffs, and he can just do necromancy. I guess it's the envy Pecatola that he can control for some reason. Maybe because he's so attuned to the sin of envy. Could be fair, the coffin on his back could be a relic. So the big ass sword he uses could be a relic as well, for all we know. But I guess there's no. This is before we get introduced to the theme of like what's a relic and all of that. Stinking deluge. Heartbreaking. Should we? We're going to. We're going to fight Heathcliff with Heathcliff, and it's going to be bad. I mean, I am using the Wuthering team, yeah. Might as well go for it, right? I did have to break the rule of using the Wuthering team, Yakumo Noir, because we did get the goddamn crabs at floor 2, and I hate those crabs with a passion. Alright, is an unfocused encounter, not much I can do here. Struggling. I don't like struggling, so go body sack.
손끝이라도 대려는 자가 있다면
Also, it's strange how much of a delay there is between YouTube and Twitch right now. I guess it's just the reason why I'm dual streaming. Yeah, no, screw those crabs. I hate them with a passion. This would have been like a perfect Wuthering team run if it wasn't for those crabs. Again, nothing I can do here but to roll with the punches. I love how the prediction systems on the dashboard goes and looks like, oh, you're gonna lose this, but once we actually like target, it automatically checks how much sinking the target has, and no, you're gonna win. Crabs, I unlucky the pick for the final floor in extreme mode, lol. In extreme, maybe, and if you're using a full team, because those crabs on early floors, if you don't have a full team, in 2 turns, they're gonna fuel your sinners with 70 counts of rupture potency and rupture count, yeah. I just AoE spam them. That depends, really. Early game, if you don't have the full team to deal with their slots, their foaming attacks gonna give you like 15 count of 10 rupture. Alright, get on the horse. I did solo, I used the crabs, I fight the crabs too, but because when I got like to floor extreme, I have a full team, I'm not doing a solo, and if I'm doing a solo, I am going to avoid them. No, the first turn you throw an AoE, they get staggered, but again, depends if you're not using the ID like I use. I hate using eagles on this daily runs because, you know, I'm trying to use the IDs as much as possible rather than rely on eagles. But yeah, if I'm doing MD Extreme, I'm using everything on my favor. I just tend to avoid the crabs altogether early on. Later on, it's fine, especially if I have a full team or AoEs that can just nuke them. Because on extreme floor, if you have all the gifts, because it's extreme, you are going to be running all the graces of the stars and stuff like that. You're gonna have literally every gift under the sun, and you get all your money back if you do it with 50 adversity. Yeah, sure, no problem. Stagger not running enough damage, amps to one-shot the entire first wave of crab with an eagle pop. Oh no, when we reach the MDA, we have all the gifts, we have all the damage, we're rocking it. And only a problem when you try to go for adversity 50 and then things get a little funky. And it's also the matter of properly selecting your mounting trials early on, so you don't let that offense level get out of hand. If you do let the offense level get out of hand, you find yourself losing crabs and taking far too much damage, because offense levels not only affect your clash power, it affects your damage as well. Get back on the horse, I didn't tell you to stop. I can't. There's no one targeting to use the clash counter. In a few of these streams, I went over how like offense levels and defense level works, and people don't give enough credit to how powerful offense and defense levels are. It is a mechanic in the game that is very poorly explained. There should be a better tutorial about it, or, you know, a more active way to deal with it, to mess around with it. But it's just a passive thing that is like on the background. It's a way they use to internally like mark. I forgot about left. Mark, is this unit a attack or defense unit? If he has like this defense level equal to its level or higher, it's a tanker unit. And if it has the attack offense level higher than his level, he's an offensive unit. And since every attack power is around the same level as well, these guys have 78, being level 75, so they're offensive. And, you know, they have very low defense level because we nuked it. How you doing in Mirror Dungeons? Combat every gift known to main praise be to clear mirror to eye and downpour. Yes, you know your stuff. That's very good. You literally get all the gifts under the sun, all that can be activated by your team or not. You get downpour, you get the eye, you get reverberation that apply paralysis and bind to the enemy as well. You get dust to dust, ashes to ashes, charred disc. When the enemy has burned, they lose offense level. You get shrill, barbed lasso, crown of thorns to apply rupture to everyone, and then you get the broken revolver that reduces everyone's offense level further. You get literally just get every gift. That's how it works. Oh, dog! Hi, doggy. I'll take one. They're doing a mini solo every week until I hit max achievements. I know how it works. I am going to hit MD Extreme in, I don't know. I wanted to do it tomorrow, but I already streamed for most of the day today with my tabletop campaign, which, by the way, happens on the, you know, oh, your index Faust died, I'm so sorry, acidic trauma, but it's an index Faust, it's not that strong. Let's go over here. I think it's a repeat of the same fight, right? Yeah.
하우스트가
If you gotta hit Riseng, he's a pretty dang easy solo with Churchill Cosm. Yeah, no, but Riseng is just easy all around. He's just too overpowered, really. Which, again, I mentioned this in a previous stream, but why the hell is he so overpowered, the director? What are you planning for Kanto 10? What are we fighting that we are getting these powerful fighters now? Riseng is an idea that I talked about a lot here. Not mechanically, I haven't like did a daily stream where I use him and go over his entire kit. But it's an idea I talk about a lot because sometimes I will see people playing like Limbus Company for the first time, and I'll go check out what they're doing, if they're getting to like the fun fights like Dombe, Ricardo, etc. And it kind of hurts my heart a little bit, my pride, if you want to say it like that, that they can literally just clear these bosses that used to be barriers just by spamming win rate with Riseng, because he, even though he's low level, he's capped level for the content they're fighting, he's just so powerful mechanically wise that he just makes all the fights trivial. We're fighting the head in Kanto 10, a claw shows up with 8 rings of Mang. I don't think so. I don't think we're fighting the head. Talk about this a lot too, but it would make me a little sad that if we end up fighting the head. Diaz did mention, I haven't finished rereading Distortion Detective to get to that part yet, but Diaz did mention something about having a pair of wings to challenge the head. Obvious sarcasm. Yeah, but I'm taking your sarcasm. I'm eating it. But I'm gonna be sort of disappointed if we do end up fighting the head as a plot point. Only if it's like an accident. Wild Hunt, you brought her back. I don't know how it works. She had the purple tank Wild Hunt. She's still dead, but I got to use her until the end of the encounter. Yeah, Acidic Trauma. That is Wild Hunt's one of his effects. Once his passive is up, which 5 owned Envy, he can use 2 coffins, I think. Hold on. Yeah, laugh away, boy. There we go. When during combat, one ally takes damage that would kill them, consume True Coffin, and apply Wild Hunt to them 2 times per turn. Apply 2 damage up next turn to ally with a Wild Hunt if said ally is from Wuthering Heights or Edgar family. Apply 1 attack power up as well. So Heathcliff can just necromance back one of your allies that died for a single turn. Anyway, as I was saying, Riseng is really too goddamn powerful. And yeah, I don't like him. I like him thematically, we get to use this powerful guy, but it makes me wonder what the hell we're gonna fight that we need this powerful guy. Or if we don't get what's it called? We don't get a fight that requires this level of power, it's gonna be strange. But yeah, Riseng is pretty damn ridiculous. Kind of hoping the other nurse are like that, but I also kind of don't because it's such a ridiculous strong team comp of 500 nurse fathers. Yeah, yeah. How did you? Oh yeah, just recover. You're fine. You're fine. Just don't get hit again. Oh, we're getting screwed here. He's paralyzed, but I don't care about paralysis. You're also paralyzed, right? Yeah, you have a single paralysis. You'll be fine. In any case, yeah, I will have fun playing with the Ring Nurse Father. He was my favorite Nurse Father out of the bunch. Of course, I'm gonna get him like a week later because I am on diet from using my lunacy. But yeah, it makes me wonder what the hell we're gonna fight in Kanto 10 that we need this, and if you don't get something that requires this level of power, is really just we're just getting this powerful guy for free, and we don't have anything that requires this level of power. What about the previous IDs? What's gonna happen to them? They really can't keep up with Riseng. Makes me think that, and this is purely hopian or speculation, that we might be seeing Uptype 5 someday for the IDs. But I don't know, that would be a lot of work to try and rework all of these IDs currently present to like a not really a comparison to Resang, like same level of power, same level of mechanics, but similar, getting like older IDs a little bit of a boost mechanics wise. Much like how he's going to do it with Uptype 5. Jesus, this is going to be a difficult battle. Uptype 5 for Eagles, which is going to do gradually for older Eagles that need like a boost. I feel like we might be seeing IDs getting Uptype 5 as well, but he's going to be rolling this out in waves, you know? I'm pretty sure it's being stated they don't want to make Uptype 5 for IDs, but they might be misremembering. They didn't want to make Uptype 5s for Eagles, but they are going to. Mostly to like give a boost to Eagles that, you know, they were older, they are not, what you call it, not up to par to other Eagles as of right now. Oh, this is gonna be rough, brother. We're gonna lose Otis on the first turn. We're gonna lose Otis on the first turn. Otis, protect your master. Can we use the hero again? No. Goodbye. Say, everyone, say goodbye to Otis. Malphas is for longer. This is just peace because it is using Envy Pecatula. Oh yeah, wait for that to happen. Once again, we'll talk about like my hopes for if we have Uptype 5 for IDs, is that they're gonna pull a Battle Cats where we can take, you know, we take the IDs and we do a little challenge run, you know, bye Otis. Let's see what we can do here. Ooh, this is gonna be rough. This is gonna be one hell of a day. It's 4 attacks, we can take care of 2 of them, and he's going to die. There's nothing I can do here. Can I take about the higher coin skills, I guess? Might have to restart this fight. I have to restart this fight. Let's see what happens. He can heal on a clash win, but I don't think he will. Will he? Yeah. We got Gregor. So I hope they pull a Battle Cats, and this is my dream. This is my dream idea for Uptype 5. Come, he's gonna die. Yeah, let's retry. Yeah. This is my dream. Battle Cats, I haven't played a lot of it, but I heard many good things about it. I played mostly during commute for work, when I was working at a hotel. It was something like this. They took older units that were very off-meta, and you essentially had to fight a challenge level with it. A challenge level would... if you manage, it was a difficult level. You can only do it with that one equivalent of an ID, and if you did beat it, it would get massively upgraded. It was gonna get such upgrades that, matter of fact, some of these older units became meta. That's how much of an upgrade they got. Of course. So they would become meta. Not necessarily it has to be the same way here, but what I really want was to be to... We take a unit like an older ID that needs like a power-up because it's old, it's decrepit, it has no grace, it has no style. So we uptie it, and now you have... It doesn't cost as many materials for uptying from 3 to 4, but it still costs a fair bit. Once you do hit the uptie, you are taken to a challenge level with that ID, where you have to beat it using the team provided to you. For example, let's use N-Corp Inquisitors, for example. They're like a very funny archetype. You have to beat a specific level using N-Corp IDs, and if you succeeded with it while fulfilling the conditions, the ID gets uptied and gains a lot of bonuses. That would be my dream. Like, it would be a nice little content to make. It's of course gonna have to be rolled out slowly because there's a lot of IDs that you love. But yeah, it would be fun content to do. You prove your mastery of that particular ID, and it will be fun. And yeah, he gets a power up. He gets a nice little touch up. That would be my dream. That would be my dream. But this is not my game, and this is Kim Ji-hoon's, and Kim Ji-hoon is the God Emperor of Project Moon, as he himself did say it during his Menhera time on his stream. Because I really want some of my older IDs either to get more people or get touch-ups. One way that they did, and that I really like to, make those IDs stronger, is the idea of a team captain. We have Blade Lineage Merceau, we have Kurokumo Captain Ishmael, and so many others, I think. Actually, those are the two that come to mind. Yeah, those are the two that come to mind, sorry. But yeah, if we had more team captains or more IDs for Lord Hongyeon, yeah, thank you, team captain. It's a bit of a band-aid, yes. It's a bit of a band-aid, I'll be entirely honest, because it doesn't really fix the problems the IDs have by themselves, but I do so adore the idea of a team captain. I mentioned that before. If I could make an ID of my own, it would be one that can force assist attacks, not too dissimilar how Captain Ishmael does. Bye, Otis. I don't like free unopposed attacks like a lot of the IDs that are being released nowadays have. I like when we at least have the whole I am your captain, I am telling you to go do a one-sided attack, like I'm giving you an order. I love this kind of stuff. I love Lord of Hongyeon Honglu for doing that, even though he's overpowered as hell. But what do you mean? What do you expect? It's the Chinese character from the Chinese Kanto. Of course they're going to be strong. If he wasn't strong, there was going to be a riot from China. Man, you two are getting beaten the hell up, and he is slowly getting his groove back on. You can't beat that. Don't even try. But you're gonna have to, aren't you? Slowly healing for the Gregor passive, which is apparently our only source of healing right now. Once we beat this fight, we're in the store, and we are going to get... I don't know why I lose my fastest assist defense part of the duel. Yeah, assist defense is also very good. I wish there was more options for it. They're very fun and very entertaining to use. Can you get on the horse now? We need you on the horse, brother. Alright, we got the first attack weight. One more coffin and we get the second one. Oh no. Ooh, fight Heathcliff, win! Very good, very good. Now we can't do anything about that counter, and it's going to proc against him because he's going to lose a lot of AoEs. There we go, we're powered up. Alright, after a little bit of finagling with the whole thing, we managed to win this encounter. Whew. It's a rough one.
내놓고 한번 새삼들어. 놀만치 노는 것 같은 게
Ooh, onto the store, onto the boss, and then ending the dungeon.
고생되었다.
This has been a 3-hour stream. I didn't expect to take this long with these guys. I blame the crabs. Total crab death. And still have to fight Heathcliff. There is also that. Oh boy. First, let's get it back our dead back up. Revive a single sinner. I didn't have to revive so many people. Last 2 streams have been reviving a lot of people. What's going on? Am I losing my mojo or I'm just getting really unlucky? Regardless, reroll. Canterville. Fuse gifts. We get that sinking gift. Can we get the level 3 sinking gift? Level 4, I mean. I have 1 lunacy. So sorry, acidic trauma. We don't are gonna do this, but we need something a higher power. Yeah, we're not gonna go any further. He's gonna give me the rock. Okay, give me artistic sense. Good. You're in damage town now. Refresh. Oh, phlebotomy. Oh, we need that. Oh, we need that now. We have no other source of healing besides Homeward, and Great Coat is here too. We need that too. Excited for the eating ID next week, but I'm not getting that instantly because I'm away to season 700 to get achievement level 80. I am going to get them, but not immediately either. I am going to get them once a week has passed, because I am a patient boy, and I don't want to use my lunacy. Give me that Great Coat. All right, we have healing. Dear God, we went this entire time. I think the reason why we entered, we took so long on this dungeon today, because so far it has been the longest daily, is because we didn't have healing, and we had to retry a few fights too, because we didn't have healing. I'm saving my Lucifer for either Walper, Valentina, AD, if it has been super good, depends on which one comes first. You should always save for Walpurgis, because if you... What's it called? Faust, can you do us a favor? Because you can shard every unit. If you have the patience for grinding, like I do, because I do this daily, it's better. Because, you know, Walpurgis unit's the only one that you can't really shard once a week after. I wasted a lot of lunacy recently. Here, let me tell you the story, Yakumo. I wanted to run the science team as one of my dailies here. The science team being, you know, Gregor Hine with Marton and the Faust, Burning Faust. But I didn't have the Gregor Hine. So I had already rolled for him like 100 times trying to get him, and couldn't get him, which was, you know, I should have taken that, what's it called? The warning and stop rolling, but I rolled him for 100 times, so didn't get him. Said, okay, I'm gonna wait for a week to get him. Passes a week, it's maintenance day, like it was Wednesday. All right, time to shard him. I go into the dispenser and it says there, oh, you can't shard him until after the what's it called, after maintenance. And so I decided, okay, I already rolled for you 100 times. I am going to roll you another 100 times, 100, yeah, 100, another 100 pulls. And if I don't get you, I get lay hang. If I get you, I keep rolling until I get lay hang. So I rolled another 100 times, and I didn't get him. And so I decided, you know what? I'm getting Lei Hang announcer. He's never leaving that slot because I adore Lei Hang. And I sharded him after, and I run a G-Corp, Altis G-Corp Gregor dungeon that day. I usually only do 350 pulls on a better if I want the AD that is. I did go into single pulls for re-single him out, and getting him from that. Nice. But usually I always... I turned out from the previous world better when I wanted was a Ryosho ID. I usually only save for Walpurgis. And now I've been using my lunacy a lot as well to recharge Encephalon. But because of these daily Limbus dungeons, I have to level up a couple of IDs that are under level because, you know, the dungeon is level 60. And I have to do a lot of XP ticket grinding, which requires, you know, resources and all that. But now I am on a diet and I have to save my lunacy for the next Walpurgis, which thankfully it is a long time away, far away. And the worst saving lunacy since tickets go, so I'm just doing the ego shard method for the IDs that aren't releasing during the wall PP. I still select Layhang for a bit and I had to hear the fucking child announcer for a bit. What child announcer? You mean Araya?
손끝이라도 대려는 자가 있다니.
It's kind of have become a joke on my tabletop group when my players like to fuck around a lot. And the tabletop is, by the way, Noir. Jacob Noir, you just got here. I do tabletop games as well, like tabletop RPGs, and it is a system trying to mimic the Library of Ruin combat system and Limbus as well. It happens on the Project Moon universe. I am trying to stream it. Today I just did a stream of that. It's on YouTube if you want to watch it. It's cringe, it's bad, and my players like to fuck around far too much. Hey, thank you, welcome, and much appreciated. Anyway, every time on the group chat that everyone in the group chat they start talking something inane or just bad, I go and post a Layhang picture. You know, that one particular expression he has. Let me go get one. Let me just flashbang you with this. Let me get a Layhang here. Because that particular flame of Layhang, that particular expression he has, conveys so many... Where is it? I have so many of them, holy shit. Let's use this one right now. This expression conveys so much emotion that I really don't have to say anything else. Whenever they start talking some inane shit, I just post this. Oh my god. The way that the image appeared here is like it looks like he's right up to Dante. He's just looking, hey, what are you doing? So I'm gonna put this one now. Go away, go away. My back is hurting from laughing. Stop. Oh, ow, 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 ow. I'm getting old. Ow, ow, ow. My back hurt. Actually, my back's actually hurting. What the hell? This is a good chortle. Alright, I'm not giving you power up. Fuck you. Oh, alright. Fucking Layhang. Then why the fuck are you using 3 sinners? I wish I still hope to the... That reminds me. April 1st is approaching, and I wonder what's going to be this time. Correction, on Discord that has 4 of those effects. We got confident smiling ass Layhang, we got that one that showed you got Layhang looking disappointed with a shadow face, and then we got Layhang sighing. Yeah. Let me see if I got another one here for you. I have this one. Hold on, I got... What else I have? I have a lot of them that are just distorted. Like I have one with a small head. What else I got here? Like a lot of them are just distorted like this. It's such a good expression. Like, sorry, let me put you out of your misery, Heathcliff. Sorry, Dante has been laughing his Imagine the situation. Dante is on the side here, laughing his ass off on the floor, rolling, and you just hear ticking noise, and the sinner just, they can actually hear the laughing, and they're just like looking at him like, what the fuck? I actually have a transparent lay hang. I can put like a spirit here. Anyway, I have hopium that Lei Hang is going to become a recurring ghost for Ryoshu, because he just kind of showed up there, and spoiler for the Kanto, I guess. He just kind of showed up there and became a ghost. Lei Hang haunting. Whew, all right, we're not going to floor 10, sorry. It's already been 3 hours. All right. Somehow Lei Hang returned. No, I have full confidence. I have full hopium that Lei Hang is going to become a ghost. Here's my theory. Here's my crackpot theory. Because Lei Hang was the very first person that Dante has used Morositas against, and he did become a ghost, he has become synchronized with Dante at some level, that he can just like show up as a ghost now. He's haunting the bus. That is my theory, because if you played Kanto 9, and I already kind of said spoilers, but he just kind of shows up during a scene and says like, yo, this isn't a flashback, I actually died. I should go back to hell now. That's literally what he didn't say like that, but he says like, yeah, what does that matter? I kicked the bucket anyway. All right, let me collect my rewards. Oh my god, I'm gonna laugh of this. He's still here. That was good. That was real good. Right. Wuthering Heights Sting. Nothing to say about Otis or Faust. All of their conditionals are automatic. It's just extra point power if the enemy has sinking. This thing's sinking count application is horrid. They need backup from someone that can actually apply good sinking count. Wuthering Wild Hunt Heathcliff is very good. If he gets to starts getting kills, his damage goes up really good, really high because of the coffin passive. He's very good. Even solo, he would do very well. As long as he gets some kills, he starts rocking it. And he has, you know, the unique panic type, which is... Isn't Faust this in sinking count with Echoes of the Manor? I don't remember. Hold on. I don't remember what Echoes of the Manor do from top of my head. Sinking count when against sinking potency or counts from skill effects. It's a 50% chance, so... And it's only on the skill tree. She does have inflicts extra sinking if the target has Echoes of the Manor. So it is up to chance on how much count you gain. She does inflict tree count on her skill tree, but it's a skill tree, so you don't always have that available. You know how it is. I don't usually talk much about, oh, this thing is horrid at applying count, because I think it's like stupid. Just deal with whatever you have at the moment. But I did feel a little bit about that, because every single conditional for Butler, Otis and Butler, Faust required sinking, and if you're beating the hell out of our enemies, they don't have any sinking. Wild Hunt is amazing, he's really good, but he relies on getting kills to get that coffin up, and once he got like 8 coffin, his skill 2 becomes a free attack weight with every use, with 1 additional attack weight once he's on Dolahan. He is incredibly good. Well, I watched the crab kill Faust after our Corporodian hits her with a skill tree. Lovely. Just grab me a snack. Anyway, this is it for the stream today. Thank you all so much for watching it with me on this fine Saturday. If you liked the stream, please recommend it to your friends. And if you didn't like the stream, well, recommend it to your enemies. And we will hunt them down with a wild hunt and turn them into envy zombies to, you know, continue the cycle and ending the march. Tomorrow I am on the edge if I'm going to do an afternoon stream for Mirror Dungeon Extreme. I am kind of tired and I kind of want to use my Sunday to just, you know, rest. But there will be my daily Limbus company at the usual time. So with all that said, all that spiel that I said and every string with, bye bye. We end it here now. And thank you for the follow, Yakumo Noir. And nice to see that you're gonna be showing up more. I don't know. I do this every day. All right. With that said, bye bye. And have a good night.